of Los Angeles plays host to the Legends of Poker. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lynn Gilmartin, and welcome to the season premiere of the World Poker Tour. Well, it's that time of year again as players made the trek back to Southern California for some fun out of the sun and another chance to become the newest WPT champion.
Here we go, the kickoff event, Legends of Poker of Season 13. Mike Eskandari out front with nearly $6 million in chips. Arutyunyan in second place with about $3.7 million.
Winner's going to take home over $576,000, and along with the cash winnings, the winner tonight will also get a beautiful Hublot watch. The antes are $5,000, blinds are $25,000 and $50,000, and just 10 years back, the great Doyle Brunson took down the Legends of Poker in this very casino. It was incredible.
Action on Harry Arutyunyan. Harry owns a bottled water company, but folds there. Taylor McFarland out. Jeremy Kottler
also going out, so around the horn.
Over to one of our two Tylers at the final table. Tyler Kenney on the button.
He's from LA, third WPT cash, and Tyler has a pretty attractive hand. Ace-10 offsuit.
He's got the assassin look.
And he is getting out the raising chips. Yep, he makes it $100,000 to go. Into Mike Eskandari.
Chip leader folds. Now another Tyler at the table, so this is Tippecanoe and two Tylers.
Tyler Cornell. He will make the call with just a 9-5 Dolly Parton.
So here we go, the two Tylers kicking off the Legends of Poker final table. Flop King 5-4.
Tyler Cornell getting a piece of that with the fives, gonna check it.
Here comes the continuation bet.
105,000. Tyler Cornell from San Diego, 26 years old, will make this call. And we're gonna go to the turn.
King of clubs comes off. Now this gives Cornell a flush draw as well as two fives. He's going to check.
Kenney gonna check as well. Slows down to the river.
Three of spade comes off. Now Cornell's reaching for chips, Vince. I'm not sure why. When you bet, you have to put your opponent on a hand he can pay you off with. I don't see any hand he can get paid off with that doesn't beat him, but he is betting.
That is surprising. Take a shot at that. Why do it?
165,000.
Our other Tyler's going to try to steal it now with absolutely zip and pip.
Well, that's the reason you don't lead out with two fives in this spot.
Now he's got to lay it down.
You can't get called by anything except a hand that can beat you, and you can get raised out of the pot by a hand that can bluff you. That's exactly what happened.
There at the Monster Bar is Tyler Kenney's girlfriend, Jordana, rooting her man on.
Vince, if he wins this tournament, we're going to see a lot of more of those assassin hoods out on tour. I got a feeling. They just they take their heads off it. Tyler Kenney making a great over-the-top bluff on the river.
On to the action. Jeremy Kottler first to act. He's a semi-professional player. Used to be into real estate. Will fold his hand. And now the man with the towel on his head. Kenney will not play.
Over to our chip leader, Mike Eskandari.
He's 54 years old out of Mission Viejo.
Former civil engineer goes out here.
Tyler Cornell throws in his hand. And now Harry used to have a pizza shop.
Yeah, got rid of the pepperoni. Now has a bottled water company. Good poker player, though.
Will raise. And he's going to get called by Taylor McFarland from Seattle. Flops an ace-jack-9.
So Harry out in front with the two aces. He's reaching for betting chips.
Harry is a cash game player, local, and he's going to bet $115,000. Open-ended, though, for Taylor. You might want to speculate here.
He is going to make the call.
This is Taylor's fourth WPT event. And let's see if he catches. Nope, 5 of spades on the turn.
Well, Harry still thinks his aces are out in front. Indeed they are. He's going to bet again, this time $230,000.
And Taylor's going to have to pay to see it, but he looks interested and makes the call. Down to the river we go. A 9 on the river, so no luck for Taylor.
It's a good check by Harry here. Give your opponent a chance to bluff at the pot in case he has a drawing hand like he does.
Taylor started playing poker in high school. Look at this, he's going to take a shot at a bluff. Did not catch his hand, so that's what you do.
I bet you know what Harry's saying to himself now. It was a lot easier when I met Sally.
You worked on that for a long time, didn't you? Thought about it last night.
Tough decision for Harry, but you got to think ace is up, probably the best hand. Indeed they are. He makes the call. McFarland tried to bluff on the river. Didn't work.
And he's got his friends there. He's a local. Harry, a cash game player. Well, he's got one of those little suited connectors, 5-6 of clubs, but he elects not to play.
Over to Taylor McFarland. Lays down an ace-9 offsuit.
And now Jeremy Kottler with an ace-queen.
Well, this is certainly going to be raised. 105,000. Jeremy Kottler, a businessman. Plays poker as a hobby, but takes it very seriously. Has done very well.
Tyler Kenney, very talented young pro, goes out. And now the chip leader, Mike Eskandari, with a pair of threes, has made the call. Tyler Cornell goes out. Here comes the flop. It's a queen, jack, jack.
So good flop for Jeremy there. Mike checks the 2 threes.
And let's see if we see the continuation bet.
Kottler with top pair and top kicker. He's going to check, though.
Turn card is a 4 of diamonds. So now there's 3 diamonds. Jeremy, of course, with the ace of diamonds. Mike's going to check again.
Jeremy is one of my favorites. He's playing solid poker. As a matter of fact, I love to play top-notch players because I know where they're at. I can have a good read, and my read is my biggest weapon on the table.
Well, Jeremy's going to reach for chips this time. Has the best hand with the best draw.
That's 110.
Now, because Kottler checked on the flop, he's getting called by Mike here with the 2 threes.
King of spades on the river, doesn't change anything.
Well, Mike checks. Now you have the ace of diamonds, so you think your opponent's got something when he makes the call. So you understand why Jeremy checks on the river here. The 2 queens are going to win this pot. So Jeremy Kottler, who has worldwide earnings of $1.2 million, come to this final table. He's never won a live tournament, though.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Mike Eskandari still the chip leader.
Well, over to Taylor McFarland, who's on the short stack right now. Looks at a queen deuce offsuit. He's going to go out.
Kottler won't play that mess. And now the man with the washcloth on his head, Tyler Kenney, he won't play.
Over to the chip leader. Mike Eskandari going to make a raise on the button here with the king-9 offsuit.
Tyler out, but Harry with a king-jack will make this call. We are going to see the flop.
Well, flop is 10-9-5 rainbow. Mike has made second pair here. Action's going to be on Harry. And he's going to lead out and bet with the gut shot straight draw and the 2 overcards.
Trying to take the play away from the chip leader, but it's not going to work. Mike makes the call.
No, Vince, he raises the pot.
Did he raise it? Oh, wow.
405,000 he's made it.
He's going to test Harry, but that's a quick test because Harry just immediately puts in the rest of the chips.
Well, I love this raise, Vince, because it's going to freeze your opponent on the turn. There you see it. Because he raised there, now it's his option whether he wants to continue betting or not to. Now an ace comes off on the river.
Let's see if Harry gets bold. Take a stab at this bluff. No. He checks again.
Look at this. Mike reaching for chips. Even though he's got 9s, just in case his opponent's got a pair of 10s, he might lay him down here when the ace comes on the river. So Mike going to make a stab at this pot. Going to win it with 2 9s. So well done by the chip leader right there, Mike Eskandari.
He's got his fans in the audience. Mike Eskandari winning that hand. 6 players remain here at the bike. We're coming back for more.
Yeah, oldest player at the table came to the final table as chip leader, known as CBK, still out in front with a nice lead.
Comeback kid. And action's on Jeremy. Former real estate guy quickly folds. Tyler Kenney also out.
Over to the chip leader, Eskandari. He's out as well.
So now it's around to Tyler Cornell from San Diego. He's got ace-3.
But everybody's going to raise on the button with this hand. He's doing it too. 125,000. Harry goes out.
And now Taylor McFarland from Seattle. He's got king-6. He's in the big blind. Can he afford to splash around? He says yes. Puts in his money. We're going to see a flop.
Well, he's on the short stack, so bold call by him there, but might work out. He's flop bottom pair here. He has 2 6s.
Yeah, got a little piece of it.
He's going to check.
Taylor, he's very good. I have a lot of respect for his game. It sucks having him on my left because he's going to play pretty perfectly against me. He's not going to make very many mistakes, I think.
Let's see if he makes a mistake here or not.
Interesting about him, he was a last-minute entry. Just was visiting friends down here in LA, and he said, I'm going to play this tournament, and he's doing great. And look at this, 3 of a kind for him.
Well, has his opponent drawing dead right now. How do you play the 3 6s? You check and hope he fires again.
Will Tyler do it and fall into that trap? No, too smart. Checks it as well down to the river card.
Well, an 8 comes up. McFarland not going to like that card because now there's a 4-card straight on the board, but I'm sure he's going to check and call here in case Cornell bets. But he's going to check it down. Taylor McFarland going to take down this pot with the 3 6s.
He says he's a very competitive guy, loves poker, played football in high school. There is Vivek Rajkumar, a WPT champion, rooting on his good friend Taylor McFarland.
Yeah, I played a lot of poker with Vivek. He is a terrific player. Happy to see Taylor taking down that pot.
Okay, on to the next hand. Harry Arutyunyan owns a bottled water company right now. Quickly folds his hand. Taylor, very successful on that last hand. Won't play that. Jeremy Kottler out.
So around to the button. Tyler Kenney looks at the king-5 offsuit, just gives it up quietly. So it's a battle of the blinds here.
Mike Eskandari, the chip leader with queen-7. He's going to make the raise. 120 to go. And Tyler Cornell with one of those very seductive suited connectors will make this call and try to strike lucky. Here we go.
Now flop king-3 deuce. No help for Mike, but he's going to make a continuation bet here anyway.
80,000. Tyler with just an inside straight draw looks over.
The backdoor flush draw. He's going to make the call.
Gets a read on his man and makes a nice solid call with nothing. Going to the turn, but now he catches a 5, gets a little piece of it.
Look at this. Mike going to fire a second shell here. Showing a lot of heart here. Now he's got the big chip lead, so you can afford to show heart. But 200,000 to bet now.
He's going to try to put the pressure on the young guy from San Diego, but it's not going to work because Tyler likes his hand now, makes this call.
And he's got a pair and a good shot straight draw. The 7 comes off. Look at that. Just like that, Mike has made the best hand with 2 7s. He checks. Cornell checks right behind him and takes a sigh as he realizes he got outdrawn on the river there. And there you see the CBK fans.
It's my specialty.
The comeback kid. Well, he came back on that hand, that's for sure. He doesn't have to come back on these players because he's the chip leader right there, as you can see, with close to 7 million in chips now.
Didn't let his foot off the pedal, kept pushing, and then he finally gets lucky. Takes down the pot. Back to the action. Tyler has got to be a little frustrated by that last event. He folds a 9-8. Harry, with a pretty decent ace-10 of spades, will raise. 120 to go.
Standard raise hand.
Taylor with a nothing 7-5. Goes out. Kottler out.
Tyler Kenney. He goes out.
But our chip leader with the king-8 this time will make this call.
Well, why not? Just won the last pot with a queen-7 offsuit.
So ace-10 versus king-8. And look at this king-8 ace on the flop. 2-pair for Mike, and he checks it.
Oh, this could be something big, Vince. These are the 2 chip leaders going at it. One's got top pair, the other flop 2-pair.
Continuation bet with the aces for Harry. He bets 140.
But do you raise now, Vince, or slow play and raise later? He's just calling here. With the kings and eights, so we're going to the turn.
Oh, with this very safe 5 of clubs from Mike, and he's going to check again. Harry's going to make the bet of 230.
Well, you're going to see a check raise here, I'm pretty sure. Wow, he just makes a call here, Vince. Doesn't raise with 2 pair. I can't believe it.
Very shocking. Down to the river, 7 of diamonds.
Well, he checks.
Oh, boy.
And a good check by Harry right behind him. Well, Vince, Mike Eskandari is pulling that horn like he did something special there. The truth is, he lost a lot of value by never raising after flopping 2 pair.
Nice flop.
He really did. He lost a lot of value. Lucky. As he rakes in the chips, he's the chip leader. We're coming back with more action in just a moment.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Well, there you see the chip counts of the players. Eskandari well out in front with 7.5 million, has a commanding chip lead right now.
The antes are still 10,000, the blinds 30 and 60,000. Back to the felt we go. Jeremy Kottler.
Yeah, action on the Buckeye. He folds.
Tyler Kenney hasn't picked up too many hands. Folds that one as well. Now the chip leader, Mike, with a king-queen, is going to raise to 125.
Over to Cornell. On the button, he folds.
And Harry from LA, the cash game player with the suited connector, will make this call. He's got a 9-10 of hearts.
Over to McFarland. Getting a good price to call, but has no hand here. So he's going to get out. So the 2 chip leaders going at it here.
King-queen versus 9-10 of hearts, and the flop is a 3-3-6.
Well, no help to either player. Action on Harry, he checks. Continuation bet by Mike of 125,000.
He's going to put the pressure back on Harry.
He's getting out raising chips. He's going to check raise the chip leader here, 425,000. He's cracking his knuckles, Vince, but don't think you can make a play here with just a king-queen in this spot.
He is going to lay that down. Great play by Harry.
He says, oh boy, Harry, you're dirty, Harry, to raise me there. Nice play.
Former pizza shop owner spreads the tomato sauce on his victim. Harry with a big, bold move. Beautifully done.
You got a lot out there.
There's people out there that they won't let him in right now.
I'm talking about your chips.
Oh, I thought you meant... That's what you meant. Thank you.
Tyler this time with a quick fold, and Harry picks up a pair of 7s.
Well, he won that last pot by check raise with no hand and no draw against the chip leader, so he's feeling good. You know he's going to play these 2 7s. He's going to raise it, 120,000.
Into Taylor, who just has a queen 8. Won't make that call. Jeremy out as well.
So over to Tyler Kenney. He looks down at the king 4 hearts in position, but opts not to play it.
And now our chip leader Mike has picked up a pair of 6s.
And he's going to raise here, Vince. He's going to 3-bet with 2 6s. Makes it 410,000 to go.
Going to put the pressure right back on Harry.
Well, Harry in a dominating position here with 2 7s against 2 6s. But what do you do after the guy 3-bets in front of you with this middle pair? And the guy doing it is the chip leader.
You invest more. That's exactly what Harry's doing.
Yep, he makes the call.
Harry said he's seen every WPT event. He's watched every one. That's pretty impressive. But the flop comes up at ace, queen, 4. No help to either player. Uh-oh. He's doing it.
The continuation bet here by Mike, 450,000.
It's pretty healthy.
This hand is going to demonstrate the power of the 3-bet. There you see Harry showing the 7, throwing him away. But had Mike now 3-bet before the flop there, If he'd have just called and then checked, good chance that Harry would have bet and won that pot. The power of the 3-bet in display here tonight at the Legends of Poker. Hammer time. Kottler goes out.
Tyler Kenney hasn't been able to play too many cards, not getting any, and he goes out. Our chip leader does as well.
Okay, over to the button. Cornell on the short stack here, but opts not to play King 6.
To Harry, the local, the cash player.
Now certainly going to raise out of the small blind here like he does. 165,000 to go.
Taylor McFarland will make the call with a Queen 10.
So the blinds battling here. And the flop comes Queen Jack 4. Good flop for McFarland. He's got top pair. Action is on Harry.
He didn't hit there, but he's got his hand out for a bet. Yep.
Well, 155,000 is the bet.
And now Taylor with top pair.
All in.
There he goes. Yep, it's about that time. He started pushing. And Harry can't take the heat. And Taylor McFarland taking that as his buddy Vivek in the audience and their friends.
We'll find out soon.
You know, Taylor's just a great story. Just showing up here in town to visit friends and says, hey, I heard there's a poker tournament going on, and decides to play it, and now he's at the final table. How exciting that has to be.
McFarland says he's not nervous playing at the table, but he's nervous in front of the cameras. Doesn't look like it so far.
Harry and Taylor going out.
Over to Kottler. Oh, and look at this. He's picked up pocket kings.
Pair of kings, the Cowboys.
160.
Well, he's made it 160. Tyler Kenney can't play, and now our chip leader, Mike.
Call.
He's got to make this call. And Tyler, now with a King 10.
Well, he's also got a good price to make this call, Vince. So we're going to have three-way action here. Jeremy well out in front with the 2 kings right now.
Here comes the flop, a big ace and 3 clubs. Disappointing for Kottler.
The chip leader, Eskandari, leading right out with 2 aces and a flush draw.
Taylor going out. Now, Kottler does have the king of clubs, though.
Vince, you think he just might shove right here with the nut flush draw and 2 kings. In case his opponent's got a weak ace, you might get him off of it.
He's going to push it. Makes it 460 to go.
How much you got behind?
I love this raise, Vince. He's got a hand he can draw to no matter what happens. And in case his opponent's got a weak ace like he does, he might just throw it away right here.
Call.
But Mike is not going to throw away anything. He's making this call. Discouragement of Kottler. Would just love to hit a club right now. Can he do it? Nope. Jack of diamonds.
All in.
Oh, Mike is going to push them all in.
Wow. It's just like he knew he had the king of clubs, Vince. And that's what he was raising on. Incredible.
But Jeremy with the kings, hard to lay it down. You got the king of club out there as well. He's going to take a gamble. He's making this call.
Oh, you're good.
Well, over $2.5 million in the pot. He's got $1 million left.
Oh, you're my kings.
Ooh. Mike very happy he's out in front. Didn't think he was when he got called.
Jeremy Kottler, the former real estate guy, has to sweat out a card.
Jeremy Kottler is going to have to catch a king or a club. Otherwise, he'll be our 6th place finisher.
Can he get the magical club? No, it's a jack of spades. Mike Eskandari taking down that pot. Gonna knock out Kottler.
He came to this final table in 6th place, and that's where he finishes.
A great gentleman, great player. He's gonna take home $83,000. And just like that, Jeremy's out of here. We're down to 5.
I wanted to make sure there's no club out there, and I pushed out. I can't believe you called. Yeah, that was sick. That was crazy.
No, I had 20 big blinds to start the hand. I flopped a nut flush draw, and I thought, potentially I could get him to fold in the flop, and at least check back the turn if I didn't hit. And when he shoves the turn, I mean, there's just too much in the pot to fold. So, that's how it goes sometimes.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Well, there you see the chip count. And the guy they call CBK for the comeback kid, Mike Eskandari, as you can see, doesn't have to come back right now. He's got a monster chip lead with about 9.8 million. The second place guy, Ray Qartomy, has 3.3 million.
Mike has only been playing poker for 5 years, but look at his friends there. Pretty incredible. Antes are 10,000, blinds are 40 and 80,000. Here we go. Legends of Poker. 10 years ago, Doyle Brunson took down this title. Who will take it down tonight? Harry, first to play. He'll fold his hand.
That's on pro player Taylor McFarland. He's out as well.
Tyler Kenney from LA. Likes to skateboard, do yoga. He goes out, and now our chip leader.
Looks down at the King 6 offsuit. He's going to raise it.
Tyler Cornell behind him.
Mike is quite the character. He's a lot of fun to play with. He can be very crazy. Crazy is sometimes hard to play against because you don't really know what's coming. All in?
Call.
Tyler has gone all in.
Wow, and a snap call by Eskandari there. In my mind, a little crazy of playing that way.
Nice hand.
We'll see.
I'm not in favor of this call at all for another 820,000 to double up a tough player like Tyler Cornell.
Let's have it come 4-5-8.
3-4-5.
4-5-8.
I like 3-4-5 better.
4-5-8 with a club. Give it a sweat.
Tyler Cornell from San Diego with a great chance of doubling up. Here we go with the flop, Mike.
The flop comes Queen 9-4, dream flop right there for Cornell.
That's what I'm talking about. Sweat this out.
6.
His opponent now has to have running sixes to win this pot.
Sick.
That is all that will do it for him.
Nice hand.
It's not over yet. We've seen a lot of these runner-runners.
No. That's a little too much.
Mike is already conceding, it appears, and he is correct as a deuce of hearts hits the turn.
It's over.
I don't know why you want to double up a tough player like this
Nice hand.
with a Garfunkel hand like that.
There you go, Ty.
I like the pre-flop raise, but when the guy moves in on you, I think you got to save the 820. Just fold the hand, go to the next one.
All right, onto the hand. He's going to quickly fold, and now Harry Arutyunyan used to have a pizza shop, folds as well. On to Taylor from Seattle. Won't play.
So the battle of the blinds here. And look at this. Tyler Kenney just limping in out of the small blind with King 9 of diamonds.
Can't do that with Mike, though, because he's going to pop it up. Makes it 280 to go with a Queen Jack.
Well, Vince, you think you have the best hand with Queen Jack when the guy doesn't raise out of small blind. But Tyler's going to call him. So we're going to have a flop here.
No flop is a Jack 5 deuce. Jacks for Mike.
With 2 diamonds, Vince, we could see some real fireworks here.
Yeah, Tyler checks. Mike's betting his jacks.
Well, this could be a check raise.
Tyler from LA, the yoga guy.
How do you play the flush draw? Do you call or do you raise?
He likes to skateboard, wear washcloths on his head. He is going to call it. Going to the turn. Can he hit the diamond?
Dream card, the king comes off. He now has the best hand and the best draw. Oh, he checks, but Mike wisely checks right behind him. A nonchalant 7 comes off. Now I think you have to value bet the kings here. Tyler doing just that.
Call.
King.
Oh, you lucky devil.
You're going to call for sure with 2 jacks in this situation.
Moans and groans.
Well, he'd been moaning more if his opponent would have check raised him on the flop because he would have doubled him up.
Nice flop for both of us.
Yeah.
He can't go nowhere.
Just like he did a minute ago against the other Tyler.
Yep, and there's some friends of Tyler's.
TKO.
I don't know. I picked up some.
Oh.
I picked up some rail birds though.
Oh, you don't know, man.
No.
Tyler's an entrepreneur, part-time poker player, 25 years old, 3rd WPT cash, 1st WPT final table.
Tyler's favorite poker player is his brother Bryn, a World Series of Poker bracelet winner. He's the guy that taught him how to play. And with that pot, Tyler Kenney moves into 2nd chip position.
Mike still out in front with 8.4 million in chips. Action on Tyler. He'll fold that. Mike gonna take a breather, goes out as well.
So the other Tyler Cornell, looks down at a king 6 offsuit.
He's got the button. And he will not play that.
Just gives it up.
Into Harry.
Well, Harry has the 3 deuce here. He's just gonna limp in and call out of the small blind.
And Taylor from Seattle has an ace 7.
All in.
And he says all in.
Yeah, good bet here by Taylor. Only way he can be beat with this hand is if his opponent was deliberately trapping him. That's not the case here. Taylor gonna take it down. And you see his buddy Vivek Rajkumar, WPT champion, both guys from Seattle.
Well, Taylor's a great story, Mike. He wasn't going to play the tournament, didn't even know about it, just visiting friends, and all of a sudden he said, there's a tournament going on, I think I'll play.
Certainly a wise move for him to do that, as he's sitting here with 5 left, fighting it up for the title.
Okay, next hand goes on. Mike, our chip leader, with a 10-6 of hearts. Guy likes to play anything and everything. Gonna raise to 160 to go.
Yeah, right under the gun, raises it up.
Tyler Harry out. Taylor out. And now Tyler Kenney looks over. Tyler's got a pretty decent ace 8 of hearts.
Well, you know this guy raises weak.
Well, he's gonna make this call. 10-6 versus ace 8. They all got hearts, and we are flopping. It's a 9-3-3. Helps neither player.
No action on Tyler Kenney. He's going to check. A quick continuation bet by Mike. No hand, no draw, nothing.
300,000 worth of nothing.
Just pressure. Here you see Tyler's girlfriend, Jordana, watching the action here, but Tyler going to lay it down.
Fold. I fold. I was just going to show it.
So well played again by the chip leader, raising before the flop, making the C-bet, taking it down.
This guy's coming at me with bombs.
Tyler Kenney says they come at me with bombs. The chip leader sure does, no doubt about it. There you see Eskandari with over 9 million in chips.
The winner's going to take home over 576,000, and along with the cash winnings, the winner tonight will get a beautiful Hublot watch. All right, the blinds are going up to 50 and 100. Mike gonna go out, and now Tyler Cornell.
1 million.
Says $1 million.
That's what he has in chips. He's putting it all out there.
But Harry with the button has an ace 10.
Call.
So he has called it for $1 million. And then Taylor's got the real hand. Pair of queens, the ladies.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it in this spot. He's only got $1.3 million. You gotta stick it all out there, Vince, with this hand. Nothing else you can do here.
All in.
Well, he's gone all in also.
Tyler Kenney now.
Says, please let me pick up a hand one time.
All I have to do is look at the 5.
Tyler gets out of their way. Harry puts in the rest. They flip up their hands.
Need a king. Need a king.
2 players all in. A third player's got them both covered.
Need a king.
Taylor McFarland in great shape to triple up here if he can dodge an ace or a king, most likely.
One-time ace. One-time ace. This is crazy, right?
That's right.
What?
We won an ace, right?
Oh, I had an ace.
I know, but we won it, though.
Oh, yeah.
I said what we won. Oh, yeah, there's still 3.
Of course we want him to get all this shit. No matter what, it's a good situation for us.
I know. Oh,
The
absolutely.
2 guys that are not involved in this pot are saying, what a good situation this is for
You
us.
guys have some good hands.
At least one's going out, maybe 2.
5 cards to come, Mike. Let's take a look at the first 3.
Well, theoretically, they can both stay in, but no! Harry has taken the lead with 2 aces. He could knock both players out at one time.
Queen of hearts for you.
Holy pizzeria.
Tyler Cornell needs 2 runners to win the pot. Taylor needs a queen to win it.
Black card.
Going to the turn. It is a deuce.
So for sure, Tyler Cornell is going to be eliminated. No card he can catch. He will be the 5th place finisher, even if Taylor goes out in the same hand, because Taylor started the hand with more chips than he did. Forget about when Harry met Sally. Right now, he's meeting Tyler and Taylor and sending them to the rail if he can dodge a queen.
One more card to come. Let's take a look.
So for one of the rare times on the World Poker Tour, 2 players eliminated on the same hand at the final table. Tyler Cornell, Taylor McFarland out in 5th and 4th place.
Good sportsmanship all around. What a hand we just witnessed.
Well, tip the canoe over for one of the Tylers. He's out. Taylor's gone with him.
This is craziness here. Let's go talk to our victims.
Just happy to not get 11th again, and I'm happy with it. It's a good experience.
4th place is a good finish, and hopefully there's more to come.
All right. Action on Harry, quick fold by him. And now Tyler Kenney has, he's got the ladies, 2 queens. Beautiful hand to get.
Oh, and sneaky peeky here, Vince, just limping into the small blind with him.
Oh boy, he's gonna try to trap now with Mike, but Mike doesn't bite. Mike with just 5-10 doesn't raise, so we're gonna see the flop.
The flop comes 10 high, it's 10-6 deuce. Tyler in great shape here. He is trapping this guy perfectly.
Yeah, because Mike hit 10s, of course, and he's betting.
My favorite. Tyler plays solid. He's got a great personality. I really like that guy. He seems like a very nice, decent human being, which I respect that a lot. And his game is solid. The guy is a rock.
Well, the rock is raising him here, Vince. Makes it 875,000 to go, another 550 here.
With the overpair, and Mike is, listen to your gut, Mike. Nope, he's not. He's gonna invest more. He's called.
Just made a speech about what a rock is, and now he calls with the 10-5, and now a 3 comes off, giving Mike a gut shot straight draw, as well as his 2 10s, but they're not good enough. Tyler's got the 2 queens, and he's reaching for betting chips. There's about $2 million in the pot, and he's betting just over $1 million here, $1,025,000. And for the first time tonight at this final table, we've seen Mike Eskandari take his time on acting, Vince. Everything's been a snap call, a snap bet, a snap raise. Now he's thinking, and his fans don't know what to think of it.
The CPK t-shirts, not gonna like this. Oh boy, he's going in deep.
Well, Eskandari does make the call, and he better get some help. Needs a 10, a 4, or a 5 to have the best hand.
Can he do it to his man? No jack of hearts on the river.
Well, $4 million in the pot. He's got $2 million left. Do you bet it all or just a part of it? This guy seems like a calling station, so you just might want to ship it here.
I'm all in.
Well, he does go all in. Now what do you do with the 2 10s? Well, he shows them a 10s and finally gets away from them. So Tyler Kenney trapping perfectly there early in that pot to win a night.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Action on Tyler. And he's got 8-6 of hearts.
He's going to raise it to 200,000.
Now Mike, right behind him with a king jack of clubs. Not going to raise, kind of surprising.
He makes a snap call with it, and Harry calling as well with the 9-5 offsuit, just getting priced in to call, and does so. And flop comes king at 9 deuce with 2 spades.
Mike's going to check the kings. Harry checking 9s.
Tyler checking nothing.
Yeah, too smart to bet.
Now the queen of spade comes off. So this gives Harry a flush draw to go with his 2 9s.
Mike's had enough. He's got to bet this. He's got kings.
Top pair and a gut shot straight draw.
375 it appears.
Well, Harry might like to call, but doesn't have anything invested really. He's going to give it up here. Doesn't want to draw to a sucker straight or a sucker flush.
And Robin Hood goes into the forest as well. Gonna fold. There's the CBK gang.
So Mike Eskandari takes down the pot to increase his chip lead.
All right, action on Mike. He's going to fold. Into Harry.
Harry's picked up a pair of queens. Third hand in a row, somebody's had queens. And he just limps in.
Going to try to set a trap, and Tyler Kenney with a pretty decent pair of fours. Will pop it. Makes it 3:25 to go. Back on Harry.
Just what Harry wanted to see. His opponent raised him here.
And there's the hammer. It's coming down. He's going to raise.
$1,025,000.
Going to cost Tyler 700,000 more. Tyler in second chip position with $6 million at this point. He can possibly afford this, but no. Good getaway.
What a laydown. This guy's really got great feel for poker. His brother Bryn taught him how to play. He's a World Series of Poker bracelet winner.
Very, very close.
And tonight, Tyler trying to become a WPT champion.
Right now, Harry with just an 8-5 first position makes a raise to 210 with it.
Well, getting frisky here.
Tyler goes out. Mike's going to call with just a 4-5.
Well, this guy's a defender, Vince. He doesn't give up his big blind often.
All right, a couple junk hands at the bike. Here we go.
And flop King 10-7 with 2 diamonds. And look at this. No hand, no draw. Yet Mike is going to lead out and bet here. And a float call here by Harry. He also has no hand and no draw. Wow. And now a 5 comes off. Both players have now made a pair of 5s. Mike not slowing down.
No, he's going to bet 710. Pretty hefty. With just a little pair of 5s.
Well, Harry, who called with no hand and no draw, now has made bottom pair. Is he going to keep playing? I will say so. He's going to raise it here, Vince, with bottom pair to $1,006,000.
The former pizza shop owner sprinkling some Parmesan on that.
Vince, you just can't stand the heat if you just have bottom pair there. Mike throws his hand away.
Tell you something, we have 2 great rooting sections tonight. CBK, Classic, they came with the t-shirts. But then we got the Armenian bunch over here, and they are enjoying their time clinking the beers.
Well, I can't get over the fact that Harry didn't tell his wife or family that he's even playing in this tournament. This is the first tournament he's ever played in. But the buddies seem to know it. They're here. Can you keep it a secret from the wife?
There's a lot of secrets going on here. I don't know which way to go.
Well, the biggest thing, it's not a secret right now, is we have a new chip leader for the first time tonight. Harry Arutyunyan has taken the chip lead over Mike Eskandari after that last pot.
And wait till his family finds out about this little secret. They're going to be loving this tonight. Got to be proud of them. All right, on to this hand. Fold by Tyler. Mike now.
Well, now we'll see if Mike Eskandari can live up to his moniker, CBK, the comeback kid, because he's now in second chip position.
Yeah, he's raised with 8s to 300. Harry not going anywhere with the 9-7 offsuit.
Well, Harry must feel like he reads this guy pretty well. We saw him float the last hand. Now he's calling a raise with a 9-7 offsuit.
Flop comes up ace, queen, 3. No help to either player.
Well, the first time tonight the guy had made a continuation bet. Goes check, check.
Turns another 3 pairs the board.
Well, again, Mike checks. Well, Harry checks right behind him, Vince.
Neither player trusting the other. Jack on the river.
Well, again, it goes check, check. Vince, I'm surprised Harry checked 3 times in a row there. He's just waving the white flag and say, you take this pot. Well, Vince, it didn't take long for the comeback kid to make his comeback. Mike Eskandari taking that pot to once again assume the chip lead. Well, there you see the chip counts of the 3 players.
Mike Eskandari, the chip leader. He's only been playing poker for 5 years. He's a big-time pro now. And he's got $7 million in chips. Actions on Tyler Kenney. He's got the 8s this time. And he's going to raise to 200,000.
Yeah, the men raise with him. We know this guy likes to see a lot of flops. Eskandari makes the call.
Yeah, with just 9-10, Harry goes out. And the flop is an ace, queen, 4. Helps neither player.
And Mike is going to check, and Tyler checks right behind him. Now a jack comes off. Now will Mike bet the open end straight draw of his opponent check the flop? Nope. Just going to check. Got to get a free card here.
And Kenney's not going to fall into anything. He checks as well. 10 on the river.
Mike now has the best hand with 2 10s.
Yeah, but all you need is a king out there for a straight.
Wow, he's betting here, Vince, and I don't know why. Just 100,000, like a defensive blocking bet, almost like he's begging his opponent to take the pot away from him.
Yeah, but Kenney with just 8s down, and he's getting out the raising chips. He's going to make it 460 to go.
Just an amazing raise here. It's like he knows he doesn't have the best hand, but a raise will get this guy off the 10s.
Well, all you need is a king. It's almost uncallable for Mike at this point.
Just puzzle why he even bet the 2 10s.
I agree, and he's going to fold the hand.
Well, what a play by Tyler Kenney there.
The blinds are still 50 and 100. Action on Mike.
250.
With king 4, he says 250 to go.
He's just going to keep the pressure on these guys.
Harry going out. And Tyler Kenney with a jack 9.
And he's going to make the call once to see a flop here.
He's going to splash around, hope to get lucky. Here we go with the flop. It is a 4-3 deuce.
Well, action's going to be on Tyler. He's going to check.
250.
Mike has hit a piece of that pair of 4s, and again he's going to bet 250.
Yeah, he's got top pair with a king kicker, so certainly going to bet here. 250,000. Tyler Kenney just has a great feel for the game. When you feel this situation outright and recognize that this flop did indeed help his opponent.
Yep. He says throughout the tournament he has played perfect poker. He looks at poker as the ultimate competition. And he is making a nice lay down there.
So with that pot, Eskandari reassumes the chip lead.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Make a button raise here with it to 200,000.
Tyler out. And Mike this time with a pretty attractive queen jack of hearts, just going to call.
Yeah, certainly going to see a flop here. 2 chip leaders in the pot. Ace, queen, deuce. Mike has made second pair here. He checks.
And Harry's going to bet. Betting 325 with zip and pip.
Well, it's a standard continuation bet, just hoping his opponent didn't have some of that where he'd fold, but not the case. Mike has made the call. Now 7 comes off. Well, Mike has checked and Harry checks, essentially just waving the flag. No card he can catch to win this pot.
3 of diamonds on the river.
But he can't win checking it either. Will he take a stab at it? Nope, he just gives it up, says you take it, I'll get you next time.
Astute play by Harry to slow down, do the right thing, don't get crazy, and the crowd going nuts there for their man, our chip leader, Mike Eskandari. CBK crowd loving this tonight. Can he take it home and finish first at the Legends of Poker? We will see.
Yeah, Mike Eskandari still out in front with 7.5 million. He came to this final table as chip leader, but the other 2 guys are closing the gap on him.
The antes are up to 20,000, blinds are 60, 120. Action on Mike, our chip leader. He's got a 6-5. That's it. Nothing more.
It's all he needs, Vince, to raise. This guy loves to play.
Here he goes.
280,000 is the bet.
Now Harry behind him with a pretty solid ace-9 offsuit.
Well, Vince, as light as this guy raises, many players would 3-bet here and come over the top of him with his hand, but Harry just opted to call.
Tyler Kenney looking down at a little pair of 3s.
Could be a squeeze play time, Vince. It could be a good time to do it with 2 3s, but nope. Tyler also opts to just call. So we have 3-way action here. Tyler probably just looking to flop a 3 or not lose any more money. Well, flop comes ace-6 deuce. The other 2 players hitting some of that flop. Harry's got top pair. Mike has middle pair. Harry checks. Tyler checks the 2 3s, and here comes the man with 2 6s. Betting chips 400,000.
He's not going to like this. Harry making that smooth call. Tyler goes out.
Well, now you hope the guys get some kind of flush draw, where your 2 6s might be the best hand. And an 8 comes off now.
That's not going to change much. Harry going to check again. Mike slowing down. He won't bet his hand. And a jack on the river changes nothing. Aces are going to be in front.
Harry now going to lead out with the 2 aces. Feels certain they're the best hand, which indeed they are. 415,000 to bet.
And our chip leader, Mike. Is he going to pay him off? No, good lay down.
Yep, good lay down by Mike, and Harry showing him the ace. And Mike saying, you don't have to show me that. I know what you had.
Nice hand, Harry. Thank you.
The final 3 players are non-professional players. All of them have a business sense. And yet here they are fighting it out for this title.
So unlike 10, 15 years ago, when there was just a handful of players that knew what they were doing, and gosh darn it, what happened to us? Me, I should say.
Well, Vince, I've always maintained you don't have to be a professional poker player to be a good poker player. I mean, I salute guys that have something on the side or some form of business and play poker as well.
Well, there's so many great players now. Quickly to the table, Harry. It's on him.
Vince, I can't remember the last time on the World Poker Tour that the final 3 players, none were professional poker players. All 3 of these guys entrepreneurs, businessmen, play poker as a hobby and do it quite well.
All right, Harry's raised at 250. Tyler out. Mike's going to call with Queen 10. So we have K9 versus Queen 10.
Now, ace 5-4. Mike quickly checks. Harry checks right behind him. No C-bet there. Now a 3 comes off. And look at this, Vince. Mike is now going to lead out and bet 225,000. And even though Harry has the best hand, no way you can make this call after you check the flop, Vince. Nope, Harry goes out, knowing his opponent could have some of that junk. He does it. He just stole the pot. Mike Eskandari making another nice move to win a pot.
We'll take it tonight. Okay, on Tyler Kenney.
Yeah, looks down at the ace-5 on the button. Most guys are going to raise on the button in a 3-handed poker game with this hand, that's for sure. And he does so, makes it 240,000 to go.
Right behind him, CBK, comeback kid.
He's getting out 3-bet money, Vince. He is going to raise with a 6-4 here, makes it 610,000 to go.
With
wow.
A junk hand.
Now Harry, with the best hand out of the 3 of them, can't stand the heat. He gets out of the kitchen. Tyler.
Said 610, right?
Gives up the hand. So another good 3-bet pre-flop by Mike Eskandari wins him the pot. Vince, his aggression has paid off for him tonight most of the time.
Oh, he has. He's the crowd favorite. He's got his fan base there with the CBK t-shirts on. Everything going right there for Mike Eskandari. All right.
Back to the action. It's going to be on Harry. Oh, look at this, Vince. He looks down at 2 kings on the button. You just love it in a 3-handed game.
How do you play it?
I think you raise it like you do most of the time on the button. Looks too suspicious when you limp in.
It's a magical hand when it works right. Taking his time.
Yep, he's going to raise it. 260,000 to bet.
Now right behind him, Tyler Kenney with just a Jack-10 is warming up with chips here.
Oh boy, he's getting out raising chips. He's going to 3-bet it here, Vince, to 835,000. First time he's made a light 3-bet tonight, pre-flop.
Misstep here. Mike going out, of course. Now Harry, guy raised right before you. Does Harry want to play it slow and just call it? Wait for the flop, or do you want to push again?
Well, I would raise him back, Vince, if it was me. I wouldn't want to give the guy a flop that could possibly beat you. When ace comes off, you're frozen. I say just raise it here.
Well, that's what he's going to do. He's going to move it up to close to 2.3 total. And Tyler's got to be thinking to himself, wow, come out of the cave once in a while and a coconut falls on my head.
Well, that's why he's wearing the towel, Vince. Protect his head from bumps like that.
Yeah, he can't make that call. So Harry Arutyunyan taking the pot. And all these pots are getting big here tonight as we go down the stretch here. at the bike.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Action is about to get underway, so let's check the chip counts and get back to the game.
Well, there you see the chip count. Mike Eskandari out in front with about 7.7 million. Harry Arutyunyan in second place with 7.3 million. And right now, Tyler Kenney in third place with about 4 million.
And he's at 20,000 blinds, a 61-20. Tyler Kenney, he's from LA, he's 26 years old. First to act. And he is going to get the racing chips out. Yes, with just a 7-8, makes it 240 to go.
Tyler, one of those guys, believes balance in life is the key to poker. He does yoga, eats healthy. Here he is, 3 left, fighting it out with a towel on his head.
Mike's gone out, but Harry's calling with 9-7.
Now flop comes 10-6-6. Both players have flopped a 10-high straight draw. Harry checks his.
190.
Continuation bet 190,000 for Tyler. Harry going to make the call, and believe me, if you're sitting in Tyler's seat, you don't like somebody calling when it comes 10-6-6 and you've only got 8 high.
Deuce of clubs on the turn, changes nothing. Harry's going to check again.
Most people would be scared to death when a guy called you on the flop like that.
440.
Wow, to bet here, Vince, you got to have great feel for the game. Tyler just thought he could get him off the hand by betting. Bet 440,000 and took it down. His girlfriend Jordana, very happy to see that. They own a mobile fashion boutique. Together, the inventory is going to go up here, Vince.
The winner's going to take home about 576,000 and become a legend of poker here at the bike. Action on Harry. He used to own a pizza store, but no longer in that business. He plays a lot of poker, a lot of cash games here in LA.
He's in the bottled water business now.
Well, he's raised with the 7-5. Made it 250 to go. Tyler's out, and our chip leader, Mike.
And he's got the king 8 suited. He's a defender. He likes to play pots and look at flops. He's calling.
King 8 versus 7-5, and the flop is a king 7-4.
Wow, he is flop top pair. I'm talking about Mike. The pre-flop raiser Harry has flop middle pair.
And Mike tries to take the play away and bets out of 325. Harry just calling with the 7s.
Vince, you don't put your opponent on top pair. You think he'd check and raise with a top pair instead of lead out with it.
I like the style. Queen on the turn.
By betting out, it makes it look like he's got a drawing hand here. At least if you're sitting in Harry's seat. And Harry's going to make the call. That's what he thinks.
Going down to the river.
Now an 8 comes up. So if he had a straight draw, he's got that.
Mike hits 2 pair there.
Kings and 8s. And he is going to bet again.
Plunge it away, 675.
Well, you can't blame him for betting 2 pair now. Wow, and he's getting called by just 2 7s. His opponent put him on a stone bluff there, Vince. All he could beat was a bluff.
Well, the reason why he got that action was because he bet out, took the play away on the flop. Usually that's when you get a little piece of it.
Mike Eskandari taking down a nice pot to extend his chip lead.
He mixes up his game beautifully. The crowd loving it here tonight.
That king 8 has been working for you, huh?
Whatever card works, Harry. Sometimes aces don't work, and then 3-5 offsuit works. It is what it is.
Vince, let's get real here. When a guy is raising and gambling and jamming all night long, when he gets a hand, he gets paid off because he gives so much action with so many bad hands.
No, is it me? Sorry.
Action on Mike, everything going his way, and he looks down at an ace-4.
300.
And he's going to bet 300,000 on the button here. Snap call by Harry with the king 7.
Tyler's out.
Tyler just getting out of their way. We'd love to see him clash in a big all-in pot.
Ace 4 versus king 7. First 3 cards. There's an ace.
Oh, we could see some fireworks here.
Ace 9 5, but 2 hearts, so we have a 4 flush for Harry.
He checks his flush draw, perhaps with intent to check raise here, Vince. Mike bets the 2 aces. And he gets called. Doesn't get raised with the flush draw.
I would love to see a heart come up. Going to the turn. Will a heart appear? No. 8 of clubs.
This gives Harry a gut shot straight draw as well as a flush draw. He's going to check, though. You give this guy top pair, Vince. He's just going to keep betting whether you call or not. 700,000. Now, do you make a semi-bluff here? By check raising here, you put a lot of pressure on guys with a weak ace, I can tell you that.
No, he's just going to call and hope to hit a straight or the flush. Harry, can you pull off the miracle? No.
Doesn't happen as the queen comes off. Check, check.
King Kai.
Mike very happy to win it with a weak ace. He takes it down, pumps his fist one more time. And the CBK fans,
yeah,
they love it.
Oh boy, good investment on the shirts. CBK fans. Action on Harry. So Harry calls the hand. Tyler out. Now Mike with an option. No, he doesn't raise, so we're going to see a flop. And the flop is a king, queen, 5 kings for Mike. They both check.
Oh, and a 10 comes off. Harry has made it straight. Now there could be some serious action going on right now, Vince. There's the bet by Mike. 400,000 after slow playing his kings. He now has an open-end straight draw to go with him. If Harry raises here, he can win a monster pot. Vince, he just calls. I can't believe he doesn't raise with 2 flush draws out there.
Going down to the river. Let's see if it'll
backfire.
backfire.
Now the 10 of spade comes off. About the worst card Harry could see. Possible flush, possible full house out there now. But he still's got a straight.
Well, Mike is checked and Harry is going to bet.
Well, he just bets 375,000.
How much?
This is a bet that I'm guessing is going to get paid off.
Call.
And Mike does pay him off.
Yep.
But I can't believe that Harry wouldn't raise that on the turn. Think of the size pot he might have won, Vince. Could have been much bigger than this.
Finally, you hit your draw, huh?
Hit a gut shot. I can't hit open-handed with a flush draw.
I told you, when you have less outs, when you have a lot of outs, you're not going to get it. When you have less outs, you hit it. You hit it twice.
Well, there's your logic, folks.
Action on Tyler.
240.
He's got ace deuce. He's going to make it 240 to go. And Mike right behind with a pair of 7s. Let's go to 760, he says. Harry out.
And he's done very well. 3 betting with these mid pairs.
I'm all in.
Tyler goes all in, Mike.
I call.
And a call.
Well, Tyler's shaking his head. This is the first time he's 4-bet, period.
Come on, hold up.
Tyler Kenney, his tournament life in jeopardy now. Must get some help if he wants to keep playing.
Ace, bub. Yeah. Ace. We're chilling.
Well, he's got comfort with his girlfriend Jordana no matter what happens.
Let's hit the ace.
Come on, 1 ace.
Okay, and here comes the flop, and it's a Jack 9-5 on the flop.
And his girlfriend Jordana sweating with Tyler right there.
Let's get it.
Together they own a fashion boutique.
No matter what.
Just a measly pair of 7s out in front.
Yeah, Tyler needs some help or he's going to be going back to the shop with his girlfriend Jordana.
Here comes the turn. Can he get lucky here? Well, it's a 3 of diamonds.
Well, that gives him a wheel draw, so a 4 gives him a straight.
I can hit a 4 or an ace.
Wow, give him more out.
Must catch an ace or a 4 in the river. Otherwise, Tyler will be our 3rd place finisher. Well, Vince, we're at the Bicycle Casino. Can he hit a bike on the river? That's the question.
River card coming up. Mike looking cocky and confident. Can an ace appear? No. of diamonds on the river.
Well, that's going to do it for Tyler Kenney. Played great poker all week.
Bad job by me, bro.
Very nice meeting and playing with you.
He just picked 2 bad spots to make moves at this final table.
Wish I didn't make that shot.
I know.
Fantastic effort by Tyler Kenney. Going to take home $213,000 for his efforts here. Let's go see what he has to say.
In hindsight, bad shove. Bad shove by me.
It's okay.
I wasn't on point, and because of that, I'm not going to be holding up the trophy, but I played really well this whole tournament. This is a great moment, you know?
Well, there you see the chip counts as they start the heads-up battle. Mike Eskandari with a huge chip lead, over 4-1. He's got 15.4 million. His opponent with 3.5 million. Harry Arutyunyan. It's only appropriate these guys are playing heads-up for the title. They came to the final table as the 2 chip leaders. They're the last 2 players left.
Harry first. He's got King Jack of diamonds. And he will raise to 275. Mike gonna slop around with a 5-3 of hearts. First flop is an ace, queen, deuce.
With 2 diamonds. Notice Mike has a gut shot wheel draw, and he's leading out and betting 275,000. His opponent with a flush draw. He's just calling. Straight draw versus flush draw, and both of them get their hands as the 4 diamonds comes on the turn. What a card. Vince, this will be a double up for Harry, is my prediction. One guy's got a straight, one guy's got a flush.
Well, Mike has bet 575.
And Harry just calls. Well, this is going to spell doom for Mike. Well, the board pairs aces. Well, even though there's a possible full house and a possible flush out there, to get a pad hand playing heads up, you're going to bet. Mike does so. Bets the straight. How is Harry going to play the flush?
I'm all in.
There's your answer. He goes all in. Now, even though there's better hands that could beat you, and this guy doesn't fool around much.
Exact count, please.
It's just hard to lay down a pad hand playing heads up poker when you're using both cards in your hand.
It's a 1.8.
I call.
1.9
Flush.
He does make the call.
Oh wow. I got a wheel.
With that board and the way the guy raised all in, you know, you might have to rethink it.
Momentum changer right there.
Harry doubles up on deal number 1 of the heads-up battle.
Nice hand, Harry. Magic card on a turn.
Magic card. Only card.
It's the only card you're going to get paid off.
Only card.
It's the only card you're going to get paid off.
Wow.
That is going to make both of our hands.
Wow.
Well, things turning around apparently for Harry.
Only 1 outer. That's the only card.
There you see, Mike Eskandari down to less than 12 million. His opponent, Harry, now has 7 million.
All right, antes are going up, Mike, to 25,000. Blinds are 1 and 200. What excitement happening here at the Bicycle Casino in Los Angeles.
This time Mike picks up ace high on the button. He's going to raise it, makes it 475,000 to go.
And Harry's going to call it with a 10-8 of hearts.
I'm feeling so good about that last hand. Certainly going to prospect here.
And the flop is a 10-8 ace. What a floppable
Incredible,
cruise.
Vince.
Can you believe this?
Wow. He's got 2 pair, and now he's going to lead out into the pre-flop raiser, Vince.
There's a raise by Mike.
So he's raising it to 1.1 million.
He's thinking to himself, why would this guy bet out before, take the play away if he really did have a hand? This time he does have a hand.
And he's going to raise him back.
Much you have left there. 3.4 and
Now,
2
Vince,
is
if you're sitting in Mike's seat,
5.4.
you know this guy just doesn't make moves. He just got a hold of a lot of chips. You're just not going to expect him to give them away here.
I'm all in.
Wow, he's gone all in here with that weak ace.
I call.
But Harry's going to make the right call, of course.
Harry Arutyunyan could possibly double up in back-to-back hands.
Hold, baby. Hold.
Harry knows he could take a commanding chip lead in this heads-up battle if his 2 pairs stand up.
On the other hand, Mike Eskandari can take this title home right now, put his name on the trophy. Let's see the turn. 5 of hearts, not helping Mike.
Mike must catch an ace, a 7, or a 5 to win this tournament right here, right now.
CBK people on their feet. River card coming up. Here it is. It's a king of diamonds.
Vince, an incredible tournament event right here in the first two hands, the heads-up play. The crowd is stunned.
It's not over.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
All right, Harry with 8-7 of clubs is raising to 400,000. And lo and behold, Mike has picked up a pair of kings.
Just what he needs right now after what's happening in these first two hands of the heads-up battle.
Boom, goes to 725. And now Harry with that seductive little 8-7 of clubs will make this call. We're going deeper into action. We're going to see the first three.
Well, comes ace high, Vince. Invariably when you have kings, an ace comes out there.
And Mike discussed it. He checks. Now open-ended here for Harry.
Well, he also checks.
Let's see what happens. He catches the straight. The nuts at this point.
Wow, he gets the joker. How good is this guy running heads up? Unbelievable.
Oh, and he's got Mike betting now.
Well, Mike is reaching for chips. Whatever he reaches for, he's just giving to the other guy. Because he's drawing dead, Vince.
He's going to bet 500. And Harry just going to slowly walk that dog.
He made a flush. He flopped two pair. Now he's got a straight again.
Three of diamonds on the river. Mike slows down with that diamond. And a very nice 525 bet, not too much.
Wow, you got lucky on me again?
Well, there's 2.5 million in the pot. He bets 500,000 bets, just begging the guy to call him, saying, please give me a $500,000.
Oh, just put a couple of cookies in the cookie jar, please. I'm not being greedy. I don't want the cake. I don't want the pie. Just 2 chocolate chip cookies.
Well, this is something Mike doesn't do often. That's take his time to make a decision.
Because he's getting punchy. Everything's going backwards so far.
That's the guy's begging him to call by that size bet. You know that.
Yeah.
He's just going to check anything else.
Like he said, he only fears himself at the table. And there's the fear again because he's going to pay him off. Look at that. Mike just wanted to show the kings. People are passing out here at CBK. Oh, boy.
Pocket kings against 6-7.
And he's going up to 50. Blinds at 125, 250. Here we go. Mike has got the button, and he squeezes out at very strong ace-queen.
Going to raise it to 500,000.
Harry looking down at a 9-7 of clubs.
And he wants to see a flop, so he makes the call.
Let's flip some cards here.
And flop ace, king, 10.
Yeah, big for Mike. Hitting aces.
With the straight draw.
Nothing for Harry.
Harry checks. And Mike is reaching for chips.
They both check.
The fake, Vince.
Yes, I love the fake.
It's the fake. He's going to check, so it's gone check, check.
Back onto the turn.
Now a jack comes off. This gives Mike the best hand possible, the ace-high straight.
But a 4 flush for Harry.
Well, Harry checks. Mike is now getting out betting chips, this time for real.
375.
Now Harry has a gut shot straight draw, but it won't do him any good, of course. But the club will do him a lot of good if he hits it. So he's going to make the call here. Looking to catch a club where he could win a big pot. Now the board pairs kings.
Harry not hitting. Harry not going to try to steal. He checks.
He's just waving the flag and say, you take it. Harry's playing the board.
Little million bet by Mike. And Harry says, unfortunate. Or not, maybe.
Well, maybe he's thinking if he raised it, he could win this pot.
Thought about it for a second. Oh, there's the CPK gang chanting away. Wonder if they all live together.
Well, even though Mike won that pot, he's only up to about 5 million. Harry still with a nice chip lead.
All right, he's got 14 million in chips right now. Action's on him. He has a king 4. And he has just called, and Mike with an option. He's got queen 7. He won't raise, so we're going to see a flop.
Flop is 4 of
What a flop it is. Queen 4 deuce. Mike has flopped top pair and checks. He's going to try to set a little trap here for his buddy. And Harry with second pair obliges him. He's going to bet 250,000.
Yes, but Mike had something in mind, and that's the raise. With this top pair, makes it 875 to go.
I'm all in.
Will Harry get the memo? No, apparently not, because he's going all in.
He has gone all in, Vince, and now you're wondering if you got trapped here or not. Call. He's going to call. He's going to be so happy when he sees the guy's hand.
Harry shows king of clubs.
He has it.
I got it in good.
Harry just accumulated all those chips, and now, in one instant, could double up his opponent with middle pair like this.
For a heart, baby.
And I thought he was on the flush draw.
Oh, I thought he has a flush draw. He doesn't even have a flush draw. He was bluffing.
Well, Mike with a great shot to double up here. He's out in front with the 2 queens.
Come on, king ball.
Will the lady stand up?
King of spades.
Urge to come.
King
Harry
of
would love to
spades.
hit a 4 or a king at this point. Can he do it? Ace of diamonds on the turn. Mike still out in front. Harry a long shot to knock out Mike at this point and take home the title. King or a 4. Not to be. A deuce of diamonds on the river, Mike.
Well, just incredible. High fives all around for the CBKers. Why not? He's back in it.
He's officially CPK, the comeback kid. He's our chip leader. Let's get back down to the heads-up action here. Harry looking down at a pair of jacks. What a nice hand. Local cash game player, former pizzeria owner, loves his hand. Blinds 153, and he's making it 600,000 to go.
Well, a quick call by Mike with the 6-4. Now flop queen 9-9. No help to anybody. Mike quickly checks, and Harry checks his 2 jacks. Now an ace comes off. Another bad card to come up if you have 2 jacks. Again, Mike quickly checks. And again, Harry checks. Trying to control the pot. Now a 7 comes off. Mike knows the only possible way he can win in this pot is to bet at it. And he is reaching for chips. $1 million, and he bets.
He's got guts. But you got jacks wired. Do you lay it down? No, not this man. He's making a good call.
Well, Harry says he's been watching all the episodes in the history of the World Poker Tour. Obviously, he's been watching some great players make some great calls. Well, put him on the list there. Well done.
And that's his group right there.
I was like, really? You trapping me all the way on the river?
You're giving me too much credit. Pocket deuces is the nuts to me.
Well, Mike, the blinds are going up to 2 and 400 with a $50,000 ante. And look at this, Harry with a queen jack. Not gonna raise, just calls, and oh my, Mike has picked up the weapons of mass destruction, the pair of aces.
And he just checks also, Vince.
Of course.
He's afraid to raise his opponent out of the pot, wants him to try to catch something where he can make some money.
That's what you gotta do sometimes, and he gets an ace on the flop.
Just a dream scenario.
Monster hand.
Here comes ace, 8 deuce. Can't imagine he's gonna bet though. Nope, it goes check, check. And the 9 comes off.
Gives Harry an inside straight draw.
Well, Mike is reaching for betting chips now, 400,000. Harry's never going to put him on 1 ace, let alone 2 aces, Vince.
The way it's being played, sure.
Just assume the guy would raise if he'd had ace before the flop.
Harry's called it, hoping to hit a straight, but he hits a queen.
Well, he might think queen's the best hand the way this hand's been played.
Action's on Mike once again. He's going to put a stiff $1 million out there.
Well, Vince, this is exactly what he would bet if he had a 6-7 in his hand as well as the 3 aces. Harry knows that he's going to pay him off with 2 queens. Mike throws down the 3 aces, winds up his crowd.
I would have called way more, man.
What's that?
I would have called way more.
Hey, yeah.
And he says he would have called more, Vince. We'll never know, but
How did I get away?
I believe that's to try to put his opponent on tilt a little bit. They're very close in chip count right now. Harry's got 9.7, Mike with 9.2.
First place prize, $576,000. Become a legend of poker, just like the great Doyle Brunson did 10 years ago at this very same tournament. Action on Mike. This time he has a very dismal looking 8-4.
He's getting out raising chips. He didn't raise with 2 aces. Why not raise with the 8-4 offsuit? You just never know with this guy.
Harry's not going anywhere. He's calling with Queen 5. And here's the flop, King 8-3.
You know, good flop for Mike. He's got middle pair now. Harry's going to check.
And Mike,
well, he was going to bet this flop whether he hit it or not. So might as well bet since he hit it. 800,000. And he's going to take down the pot as Harry goes away.
That's why they call you comeback kid, buddy.
CBK gang looking happy as their man Mike coming back.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
All right, to the table we go. Mike with ace-8.
Reaching for some raising chips, as you should, I think, in this spot. With blinds and antes being so high.
2 and 4, he's going to make it $1 million to go.
And a snap call with a King-8 by Harry. So right now, Mike has him dominated. Ace-8 versus King-8. See the flop. 9-6 deuce rainbow, no help to either player. Harry is checked. And surprisingly, Mike is checked also. He didn't do that often. And a king comes. Whoa. The only card that could allow his opponent to have the best hand appeared on the turn. And Harry slyly checks. $1 million bet by Mike.
Mike going backwards at this point.
Boy, he didn't see bet the flop, Vince, and now he's bet on the turn.
I'm all in.
And his opponent's going all in over the top of him. Oh boy. Just from bad to worse. Now Mike has to give it up. His opponent shows him the king.
I bet the flop, that's why I screwed up.
Even he knows he didn't bet the flop, that's where he screwed up. Let the guy catch the king for nothing. And it cost him.
All right, the blind's going up 250, 500.
Bad play, bad play.
Yeah, you give your opponent a free card, they're liable to catch what they're looking for. That's what happened there.
All right, Mike.
All in.
Goes all in with a little pair of deuces.
Call.
Harry, though, with the quality ace-queen, has made the call.
2 deuces for Mike, the ace-queen for Harry.
I got it in good. That's all I can do.
Well, Vince, after all this playing, it's come down to what it usually does, a race. The 2 overcards versus the underpair. Mike Eskandari must win this pot to stay alive, but if he does win it, he'll be the chip leader in the heads-up battle.
Here we go with the flop. It's a king, 7.
7. Put a 7.
So far, the deuce is in front.
Keep it low, baby. Keep it low.
7.
Put a deuce.
Harry looking for an ace, queen, or a 7 to take the lead.
It's not. It's a 10 of diamonds.
Keep it low.
That gives him a straight draw. Now a jack would win it for him as well.
Picture, Mikey.
So an ace, a queen, a jack, a 10, or a 7 will make Harry the Legends of Poker champion.
Can he do it on this card? No, it's a 6 of diamonds.
Well, the ducks are quacking, and so are CBK's fans.
How many million outs did I have? Like the whole deck?
All I can do is to get it in good and don't let him suck out on me. He's done it 3 times. Never. Nobody loses with pocket deuces, especially CBK.
What did I have, like 90 outs?
Well, there you go. You win with deuces. You get free massage.
You mean a butt massage, Vince? But Mikey likes it. He's got the chip lead again.
Let's get back down to the heads-up action here. Mike still has the lead with 10 million. And he's got the button and the action. He's got ace-4. And it looks like he's going to pop in a little raise.
Yeah, just a little mill raise.
I'm all in.
And all in over the top with ace-7 by Harry.
Playing with fire. You're playing with fire.
Mike, he's laying that down.
Well, both players show each other an ace. I'm not sure Harry should have shown Mike that ace.
Good laydown.
Just going to make him feel better about laying that hand down. He knows he couldn't have the best hand with an ace-4.
Okay, and with that pot now, Harry has 11 million. Mike about 8 million. All right, let's go on with it. Harry, this time with the button, he's got an ace-8 of hearts.
Betsy hasn't even told his wife yet that he played this tournament or is at the final table. He said, I want to surprise her and let her watch it on television.
What a surprise this will be.
How can he hide all that money till then?
He's got to raise it to 1.2 with ace-8. Mike behind him with an ace. Let's take a look. Ace-7.
All in.
And he's going to go all in.
Well, he's going all in with his ace-7, exactly as Harry did the last hand.
I call.
But Harry's making the call this time, and he's got him dominated.
All right, ace-8 versus ace-7.
Same hand. Oh, ace-7.
Well, you wish it was the same hand, but what you really wish for is all big cards to come up where you can split this pot.
Hold it one time.
Come on, one time.
Both players saying one time. It could be one time for one of them, that's for sure.
Can Mike hit a 7? No. Jack-3 deuce on the flop.
Club.
Not good for Mike.
Put a club down.
Just put an 8. End it.
8 of diamonds and
8 a club for the sweat.
Now he's probably going to have to hit 2 running clubs or a 7 to win.
Can Mike get out of this? A 10 of diamonds, not good for Mike. Harry out in front, 1 card away from the championship,
over.
Mike.
Mike needs a 7 to win the pot, a deuce or a 3 to split the pot. Nothing else will do.
Going to the river. Can Harry become the next legend of poker here at the bike?
Look for more jumps, Vince. Look for more jumps.
He's done it.
There they are.
Crowd erupting. Harry Arutyunyan, the local, is our champion.
Good game.
And he's still jumping, Vince, and why not?
What can I do?
Well, that's going to do it. Harry Arutyunyan has done it. He's won the first WPT event he's ever played. Unbelievable.
He certainly is. Let's go talk to him. But first, let's talk to our runner-up, Mike Eskandari.
The cards were not cooperating as much. He was running pretty good. And every time he was catching his hands and I wasn't catching my cards. Most of the pots that I won, if you see it back on TV, you see it pretty much I win it with absolutely nothing. But I had a great time. I'm happy with the way I played overall, and hopefully I'll be back again.
And now let's talk to the Legends of Poker champion, Harry Arutyunyan. Harry, you're a non-professional playing in your first ever WPT event, and you won one of the most prestigious poker tournaments in the world, the Legends of Poker. Give us your thoughts right now.
I don't know what's happening. I'm in total shock. My family doesn't know that I was playing. I love you guys all. I won.
In addition to your $576,000, you're going to get a season-ending entry into the WPT World Championship. You're also going to get a customized set of Monster headphones and a beautiful Hublot watch.
Get a watch! Whoa! Yeah!
In addition to that, you get your name inscribed on the WPT Champions Cup.
That was my dream, to have my name on that cup. That was my dream.
Congratulations one more time to our champion.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
In Atlantic City, out of a sea of poker players, one player will emerge to capture a the Champions Cup. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lynn Gilmartin, and tonight we're coming to you from Atlantic City for the World Poker Tour's coverage of the Borgata Poker Open. Now, as a premier poker destination on the East Coast, Borgata consistently plays host to huge fields and even bigger prize pools. And this season, players showed up in force to be named the next WPT champion.
Well, there we see the chip count. Kane Kalas from Philadelphia well out in front with over 14 million in chips. Darren Elias with 8 million, and Blake Bohn in third place with 7.7 million.
There you can see first place prize, $843,000 here tonight at Borgata. Here we go.
Well, there's a beautiful Hublot watch that our champion gets as well.
That's right.
In addition to all that money.
The antes are $20,000. Blinds, $81.60. Ray Qartomy, quick fold by him out of Spring, Texas. Now Darren Elias from Cherry Hill, he won't play. Into Blake Bohn from Minneapolis, 42 years old. He's got ace-4. Seems to like it, Mike.
Yeah, Blake has 1.7 million in career earnings. Second in Minnesota in career earnings to only Lyle Berman, Vince, Hall of Famer. Guy that funded the World Poker Tour and helped get it going.
Well, Blake has made it 360. Jose Serratos out. And now Aaron Overton also with an ace-4. He's a local. He won't play. Into the chip leader, Kane Kalas.
Well, Kane has a junk hand, a Jack-4 offsuit. He is going to play this pot. Calls 200,000 more with this lousy hand out of position. Now, we know he's an aggressive player, but is this taking it a step too far?
Kane, can he get lucky? No, not there. Ace, 8-6. Aces for Blake Bohn. Kane's going to check. And Blake Bohn, poker professional. Gotta like his aces. Gonna bet it. 425 into the chip leader, and Kane has had enough. He's gonna muck the hand.
All right, so Blake Bohn, former college baseball pitcher, taking down the first pot, trying to hit a home run tonight. Can he do it?
We are just getting started. We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour. Action going to Darren.
Darren Elias, one of the most respected pros on tour. Made the final table here at Borgata back in season 10. He's back again.
Quick fold by him. And now Blake Bohn again with ace-9.
He's going to raise it up again. Won the last pot raising with ace-high. We'll try it again.
Jose out. And now Aaron Overton from Philadelphia.
Calls himself the Ginger Ninja.
Sorry to hear it. He goes out. Kane, our chip leader, not going to play this hand.
Ray Qartomy, businessman from Spring, Texas, loves the World Poker Tour. He actually finished 13th in the WPT Championship here a year ago, so he loves Borgata as well.
He's a granite dealer, plays poker as a hobby.
What do you do now with the ace-7 offsuit? He gives it up. Good laydown by him. And Blake taking down his second consecutive pot here, so off to a real good start. Sits in second chip position now.
Look, everybody's having fun at the Monster Bar. All right, back to the action.
Action on Blake.
This time with a nothing hand. Won't play that mess into Jose Serratos.
Yeah, he's one of Bluff's ones to watch here this season on the World Poker Tour.
He won't play. Back on Aaron. Ginger Ninja, as you said, he likes to call himself. Won't play that mess. Kane Kalas now, the chip leader with an attractive King Jack of Diamonds.
Gonna raise it on the button here.
He's gonna make it a total of 380 to go. Back on Ray, the Granite Man, and he will fold it. Now Darren Elias. And Darren has an interesting Jack 8 of clubs.
Well, Vince, Darren and Kane by far the two youngest players at this table. The two most feared players at this table, and the two players many expect to play heads up for the title are now going to get involved right here.
Yep.
As Darren makes the call.
And the flop is a King 10-9. Kalas hitting kings.
Well, Darren has the open-end straight draw. As you can see, he checks. Kane well out in front right now.
With the kings and a straight draw. Kane bets 580. Darren.
I'm going to make the call with the open-end straight draw.
On to the turn. And the turn card is a queen of clubs. Look at that.
The dream card for Darren Elias. Not only does he have a straight, he has a straight flush draw. He checks it.
And Kane, of course, hitting the straight as well.
Both players have the same straight. But Darren on the jelly roll, as we say.
Kane Kalas, 25 years old, making a nice bet. Close to 1.1 million with the straight.
Now, Vince, if you're sitting in Darren's seat, you know how aggressive this guy is. Yes, it's possible he could have an ace-jack, where if you raise it, you go all in and you go out if you don't hit your flush. And on the other hand, if you just call here, maybe he doesn't put you on a straight, maybe he'll bluff at the river as well. And that's what Darren is doing. He is just calling, not raising in this situation, which surprised me a little bit. I would think with a straight flush draw, you're going to hit it here.
Well, let's see if he does hit it. Down to the river we go. Can Darren get lucky? No, it's an 8.
Well, as the cards lie, this is going to be a split pot. Darren is checking, not only because he's fearful of an ace-jack, but also he wants to give his opponent an opportunity to bluff at this pot if he doesn't have the straight. Now, we see Kane has it. We know it's going to be a split pot. Whatever Kane bets is going to get called by Darren. So this is definitely going to be a split pot, but it's fun to bet when you have a straight here.
Well, Kane is going to bet close to 2.4 million, and there's the insta call with the straight, and they both realize now nothing ventured, nothing gained.
No emotion shown by either player, as you can see. Just business as usual.
Chip and chop it up. Moving on. Two great young players battling here.
Well, Darren's certainly one of the most highly respected pros on tour. There you see his wife Judy in the house tonight. They live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, so New Jersey people trying to win here at Borgata.
Okay, on to the next hand. A couple folds around to Kane Kalas, who picks up the weapons of mass destruction, the pair of aces.
Wow. Vince, all these guys think he's the most aggressive player at the table, which he has been. And now all of a sudden he picks up the big duke, 2 aces. And right behind him, Ray Qartomy picks up an ace-jack offsuit. So many times it would be the best hand against Kane in this situation. Ray on the short stack at this table. Vince
might fall into the trap.
I think you have to raise here with this hand. I really do. It's just going to be unfortunate for him. Kane's got 2 aces, but
hold in. Oh boy, he's done it.
You can't blame him for doing it. Up against the most aggressive player. You're on the short stack. You pick up ace-jack on the button. You're just going to ship it here.
Yeah, Darren out.
Well, Blake just sitting back here.
Yep.
Just didn't realize he even had a hand.
And there's the insta call by Kane, of course, with the aces. Tough play for Ray.
Oh boy, Ray Qartomy. Imports granted. He's a businessman, plays poker for a hobby, and Vince right now, you got to say between a rock and a hard place. Wow.
Oh yeah, he could lose all his tile right here, Mike.
He's been playing poker for 8 years, and right now I think he may need his biggest draw out ever in 8 years to stay alive here.
Kane Kalas, the chip leader, in a great dominant position, ready to crush his opponent. Here come the flop.
Well, a jack on the flop.
Okay.
So Ray in the hunt here if he catches a jack.
Always a sweat.
It's never easy, is it?
Ray has jack.
Ray with a little hope. Let's go to the turn. Not gonna work for Ray there. 5 of hearts.
So we are down to the river. Ray knows he needs a jack to stay alive. He gets up.
River card at Borgata. Will Ray get lucky?
Let's see the river.
Here it comes.
It's a deuce. So that's going to do it for Ray Qartomy from Spring, Texas. Vince got finished 13th in the WPT World Championship here last year. The first event for Borgata this season. Gets to the final table again. Quite a showing.
That is Ray from Spring, Texas, springing off the table. Gonna take home $174,000. Let's go see what he has to say.
I was short stack and I ran to really big hand and doesn't hold up. So I'm very proud to make it that far, and I'm happy to be here in the final table, WPT.
Action on the Ginger Ninja. He calls himself Aaron Overton. He has a king jack. He is going to make it 350 to go, it looks like.
Ray for 350. Aaron has raised.
Next one to Kane, and Kane has done it again. He's got aces again, Mike.
Just unbelievable. You're supposed to pick up 2 aces once every 220 deals on average. Kane has got them in back-to-back hands.
Thinking of how to play it this time.
a small 3-bet with him for sure. That's what he's done. 755,000 to bet. Darren Elias out.
Yes, and now it's on Blake, and look at this. He's got queens. What a horrible time to get them.
Oh, boy. The baseball pitcher could get a sore arm here, Vince, if he's not careful.
Oh, whoa.
He was reaching for big raising chips.
Yes. Gonna go over 3 million.
Wow. Remember, Blake is in second chip position, but the chip leader has 2 aces.
It's a stacked hand. Cold decked. Is Jose going out? Aaron out, of course. And now back on the man with the hand. The pair of aces. Kane Kalas from Philadelphia, 25 years old.
I'm on.
And he's going to go push all in. And a quick call.
All in and called, and ace again. Blake can't believe it. He saw the guy have aces the last hand. He's got them again. And what a pot this is. The 2 chip leaders are playing this pot. If Blake wins this pot, it'd be a massive chip leader.
I have both suits open.
Well, Blake trying to find a positive there. Says he's got both suits open. In other words, spades or hearts would give him a flush. But he needs a lot of help to win this pot.
My suits are open, so I should be fine.
So he's staying positive, but he is sick inside. Here come the first 3.
Oh, wow. 10-9-8. Everybody wows. That gives Blake 4 more outs. And Jack would give him a straight.
Oh, it could get very painful in this room shortly.
Blake is smiling here because he knows opportunity is knocking now.
Here we go with 4th Street.
It's a 9, so we're down to the river. Blake must catch a jack or a queen, or he's going to be our 5th place finisher.
Huge river card about to appear.
Will the ump call him out? That's the question.
River card.
It's an ace. Ace is full for Kane. He is going to take down that pot. That's going to do it for Blake from Shakopee, Minnesota. And he is shocked, Vince, that Kane can be so lucky that many times in a row.
Yeah, that's right. It's a big effort by him. He is stunned right now, like you said, but he will take home $213,000 and a bad beat story. Let's go see what he has to say. Oh, boy.
You know, the reason I made a big re-raise there is I wanted to look a little bit bluffy, like I might have, you know, 9s or 10s, and he might re-raise with the chip lead there to try to move me off with the short stack. And I knew what the amount of chips I was putting in, I was always calling. You know, he had aces, and I bricked out. So obviously disappointed, but, you know, I'm sure there'll be more for me to come.
Well, Blake, you don't have to explain anything. Brutal excitement here at Borgata as 4 players remain.
Kane Kalas, a monstrous chip lead with over 24 million in chips. And Vince, Kane once bowled a 299. In the last 2 hands, he was perfect with 2 aces, knocked out 2 players. We're down to 4.
All right, back to the table. Kane Kalas. We'll look at his cards first.
Aces? Good fold.
It folds finally.
Yeah. And now Darren with a queen 8. He's got the button.
And he is going to raise it against the 2 short stacks.
325 total. And now it's on Jose. And Jose, look at the 4 deuce folds that. Aaron now.
Aaron Overton. They call him the Ginger Ninja.
Ginger Ninja, he's going to fold this as well. So Darren Elias taking down that pot. Simple as that. ABC 1, 2, 3. Give me the money.
Darren Elias, his 3rd WPT final table. He's hoping the 3rd time is a charm.
So the blinds are 81.60, and he's 20,000. Darren Elias going to raise with ace 3. Jose out of Detroit, won't play. Aaron Overton now. Aaron's going to look at an 8-7.
And he goes out.
And now our chip leader, Kane, crushing this table so far tonight.
He's got the 6-7, Vince. He's got a gazillion chips, so you're going to make a call and see a flop here.
Yes, he can afford to speculate, and he does so.
These are the two chip leaders, the two young guns, the two guys most people expect to play heads up for the title. Let's see if it'll happen, but no help on the flop to either player there as it comes queen 10-8 offsuit and it goes check, check.
Yeah, Darren with no continuation bet going to the turn, pairs the board with a 10. Kane's going to check it again.
Now Darren, as you can see, has the nut flush draw, but you hate to bet and then get check raised because then you don't know what to do with it. The board's paired out there, but
he's got over 8 million though, Mike. He can afford to.
Well, he's not a timid player, Vince. He's going to bet in that spot,
and he does so,
and takes down the pot.
He's getting warmed up. We're coming back. 4 players remain here on the World Poker Tour.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
There you see the chip count. Kane Kalas has a huge chip lead, over 24 million in chips. Darren Elias in second with 8.6. Jose and Aaron on the short stacks.
Yeah, what drama we're seeing from Atlantic City at the Borgata. And actions on Mr. Detroit, Jose Serratos. He's just got a 9-10. He will not play that. On to Aaron Overton from Philadelphia. Plays here all the time. He won't play here, though, in that hand.
Round to the chip leader, Kane Kalas, the youngest player at the table with 25. Looks down at a 9-8.
Started this event with 1,226 players. We're down to these 4. What a tremendous effort by these guys to make a final table, battle 4-headed poker.
Since Kane Kalas does not need aces to raise a pot. He raises with a lot of hands, including this one, a 9-8 offsuit.
That is right, close to 500,000 to go.
Darren Elias is a defender. He doesn't like to give up chips. But this time he just looks at a Jack-4 offsuit.
Yep, he is like trying to read a brick wall. Almost impossible. Great poker face. He's going to lay it down.
I think you have to lay that down in that situation. Just let the guy have it. Move on to the next hand. So Kane Kalas picking up that pot by raising with the 9-8.
All right, we're battling on the Atlantic City coastline at the beautiful Borgata. Action on Kane. He's got ace-9.
If he can raise with a 9-8, he can raise with an ace-9. And he is.
He has raised into Darren, and Darren's got king-10.
Not the strongest of hands to get involved with, but Darren Elias is just not afraid to play pots either. And he makes the call.
Into Jose, who hasn't had many hands. He'll fold that. Aaron goes out. So 2-handed action between the 2 chip leaders, Kane and Darren. And here is the flop. It's an 8-4-4. Helps neither player.
See if Kane will make the continuation bet. He didn't do it the last time.
Kane, a very talented poker player, but also a great singer, classically trained.
Yeah, looking to go into broadcasting like his dad and his brother.
But loves poker, moved to Costa Rica, played online poker down there, and now he is showing off here in his hometown with this tonight. And he is going to make the continuation bet, $790.
Vince, I got to tell you, Kane and Darren both, just 2 super nice guys, as well as terrific poker players.
Darren, of course, thinking this through. Great racquetball player. Said nope, he's had enough.
Well, Will the Thrill always thought he was the best racquetball player out on the poker tour, but he met his match when he fussed with Darren.
That's right. Will said that Darren has the edge on him.
And Will doesn't say that often.
No.
As you found out when you played him in racquetball.
Will says a lot, though. We'll give him that. I was getting to him, though.
All right. Back to the next hand. Yeah. Jose out.
Aaron Overton this time with a king 10 with the button.
Now, most players would raise on the button with that hand. Aaron just opting just to sit out and see what happens here. Watching the action. Throws it away. Kane with a 6-4 offsuit in the small blind, meaning he's out of position here. He is going to raise it, folks, so it just shows you he doesn't have to have 2 aces to play pots. This guy raises with 6-4 offsuit.
And Darren with a decent ace-4.
Now, Darren Elias will not be pushed around by any poker player, Vince, especially a guy with a massive chip lead with 4 players left. So
he's got a nickname, the End Boss.
Well, Vince, the former main event winner of the World Series of Poker, Greg Merson, is actually the guy that gave Darren the nickname, the End Boss. So it shows you how much respect that Darren gets from everybody in the poker world.
And he's the End Boss is going to make this call, Mike. And we are flopping. It is an 8-8 king, helps neither player. And now Kane, who did the raising before the flop, he's going to check.
No continuation bet by him.
Got a lot of fear of Darren. And Darren, is that an opening? The guy has yielded to you. What do you do? And Mike, like your old friend Amarillo Slim, the great poker player, used to say, if they're a checking, I'm a betting. And that's exactly what Darren's doing. And he will take down this pot with nothing.
Well, Darren would have had you read about that. He's too young to know Amarillo Slim, I think.
Fair draw.
And we have 4 players battling for the Borgata Poker Open here in Atlantic City. We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us. Action on Aaron. A quick fold by him. Now Kane Kalas with just a 10-6 of hearts. But he is going to stay aggressive, and he's going to raise this. Makes it 320 to go.
Well, Darren's the guy not afraid to play with him, but this hand is complete junk, has to give it up.
Into Jose from Detroit. And he's got a king 9. And he wants no part of it. He folds. So once again, Kane with a nothing hand, going to take the pot. That's always delightful. All right, it's on Kane again. This time, a nothing hand, and he actually folds. Alert the media. Now on to Darren, who's got a nothing 7 deuce of diamonds.
Now we're just going to raise on the button because these 2 other guys have been playing so tight. They're both on short stack, so why not try to steal their blinds?
Mullen.
Now Jose with ace-8, finally going to take a plunge, says all in.
Jose, can you see all your chips in the pot? Yes.
Aaron out.
1.2.
Back on Darren.
Count.
Oh, it's over 900,000 more to call. I just can't imagine he's going to make a call with a 7 deuce.
You're ahead.
I know.
Jose from Detroit, sweating it out.
We need it.
He'd like the action now, but he's not going to get it.
You'll take the fold, right? You'll take the fold.
Huh?
You'll take the fold.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jose wants to watch. Could be an up-and-coming player, certainly. Very impressive debut on the World Poker Tour here.
Yeah, he says he loves the WPT, watches all the episodes.
What I'm impressed with, Vince, is he actually went online and asked people if they wanted to invest in him in this championship event. He sold shares of himself 60% to online investors, and they are getting rewarded for his efforts this week.
All right, antes are going up to 25,000. Blinds are 1 in 200. Quick fold by Darren.
Mullen.
And now Jose again going to plunge away. He has gone all in with a king 9 of spades.
Yeah, that's what you have to do when you're on the short stack. It's only got about 8 big blinds, so you have to ship it.
Aaron out. And Kane cannot compete with him, so all of a sudden, Jose Serratos warming up. He's got some chips, 4 players battling for the Borgata Poker Open. This is exciting.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
see the chip count. Kane Kalas well out in front with over 24 million. Darren Elias in second place with 8.6 million. Jose and Aaron on the short stacks. That's what they're playing for. Winner tonight takes home over 843,000.
That's right, and the Andes are going up to 25,000. The blinds are 1 and 200,000. Here we go. Action over to Aaron Overton. Quick fold by him, and now Kane Kalas.
Well, Kane, the big chip leader, the most aggressive player at the table, going to raise here with a 10 deuce offsuit.
Just a 10 deuce makes the raise. Now Darren behind him with a pretty interesting Jack 10 of spades.
Well, that's surprising. He's played him with every other hand he's had so far, but opts to lay that one down.
Jose from Detroit with a 9-10.
He's one of Bluff's ones to watch here this season on the World Poker Tour.
So Kane gonna stop over these guys with just a 10 deuce.
Well, Kane, the man of the hour, trying to take home that Hublot watch that goes to the champion. And he is a very talented guy. His family, broadcasters extraordinaire in the Major League Baseball world. His dad, Harry Kalas, was very famous for the Phillies. His brother, an announcer, broadcast for the Tampa Bay Rays. He's looking to get into professional broadcasting himself, but right now looking to take down a WPT title.
Come on.
Darren Elias is going all in with his ace high. Now, of course, these two others are short stacks, so obviously he's not putting up his whole 8 million, but quick fold by Jose, and Aaron also out.
So Darren Elias, this is his second WPT final table here at Borgata. Made this final table back in season 10, trying to take down his first WPT title. Darren Elias is one highly respected poker pro, folks, I can tell you.
Gonna take a look at his cards. Just a measly 6-5. He goes out.
Action over to Jose. He's got 2 10s. He will be shipping it here, Vince. He is one of the 2 short stacks here.
Come on. He's a ones to watch, and he's gonna push all in with the 10s. And Aaron behind him can't compete with a 9-4.
How much is up?
But Kane, it's piqued his interest a little bit. He says, how much will that cost me?
Well, not even Kane is going to play this pot with a Jack 3 offsuit.
Just don't know, Mike.
I couldn't imagine it.
Oh, yeah, he comes around to his senses, folds the hand. Jose will show the real hand.
And Jose, ones to watch. Could be an up-and-coming player, certainly. Very impressive debut on the World Poker Tour here.
He's going to muck this hand.
I think this is the first pocket pair I'm going to get.
Over to Aaron Overton, who hasn't had many hands to play.
Yeah, the Ginger Ninja playing very gingerly right now. Well, Kane's in the small blind here with 10-4 hearts.
Yep, he just sees an opportunity opening up again. Everybody folding before him, and he's getting out the raising chips. Yep, 6:25 to go.
Well, more than triple the size of the big blind. Well, Darren with just a queen 6 of hearts, but he's got position. He's going to make the call. Just not going to let this guy push him around.
So Kane and Darren up to it again. Here comes the flop. It is a king 2-5, but 2 hearts out there, Mike.
Yeah, both players have flopped a flush draw. Darren, as you can see, has the bigger flush draw, but certainly when you raise pre-flop, you're going to bet on this flop when you flop a flush draw.
Well, neither one of them has a pair. And Kane's going to put in a $1 million bet. Darren with a big drawing hand, though. He's not going anywhere. He's making this call.
Well, some players may raise in that spot with a flush draw, but Darren opting to just call. Wants to see what happens here.
Just love to hit a heart, and he's going to hit a heart. 8 of hearts on the turn. They both have flushes. Well, this could be heart-wrenching for Kane.
Well, this is just going to be great for Darren Elias. Going to be shocked if he doesn't double up here. Both players have a flush.
Oh, and Kane's going to come up with a bet.
He's going to bet 1.7 million. Now, if you're sitting in Darren's seat, you figure to have the best hand here. Yes, he could have the ace-high flush, but he's got that. You're going broke anyway. You're never getting away from this hand. The question is, how do you play it? Do you just call, or do you raise in this spot? If you call, your opponent may bluff on the river if he has nothing. So that's one of the reasons you would call instead of raising this spot, but let's see what Darren does.
Yeah, plus Darren has position on Kane. Great time to have position on a person. And he is going to do the right thing. Just calls it. Took his time, gave us a performance. Gotta love that.
I don't think how it's going to matter on the river, unless the board pairs. I think all the chips are going in. 10 of clubs on the river.
So Kane with his first opportunity to have things go backwards for him. He's in some spot right now. Smaller flush, big pot.
Come on, call.
He's going to go all in. A quick insta call, of course, by Darren.
And it's flush over flush. A cooler, as we say in the industry, and Darren Elias is going to double up here against the chip leader. Huge pot for Darren Elias right there.
There's Darren's family loving this moment.
Darren from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, has a lot of fans in the house.
One of the most amazing hands we've seen on the WPT all season. It has just happened. The two chip leaders, flush over flush, with just 3 hearts out there. Just incredible.
Just that quick, we have a new chip leader at this final table. Darren Elias has taken over the chip lead with over 17 million in chips.
And I tell you something, they're both very talented young players. And they got 2 short stacks on their left that are just dribbling around. Hanging in there by dental floss. But action's on Darren. Quick fold by him. Jose with a 7-5 of clubs. Mucks it.
Over to Aaron in the small blind. He's got the queen-8 offsuit.
Oh, he is card dead, this guy. He's got to be very frustrated.
I'll go all in.
Well, he's going all in with it.
Yeah.
Call.
And the snap call by Kane here.
I'm live.
Kane has got ace-jack.
Well, these are the 2 Philly guys, Vince.
I'm predicting an 8.
And Aaron Overton predicting an 8, he says. Where he wins this pot. He needs help, otherwise he's going to be out in 4th place.
Ace-jack versus
a queen right in the door.
Yeah.
That's better than an 8.
Where's the 8? I think it's coming.
Aaron pleasantly surprised at that flop and a deuce of hearts on the turn.
Well, another good card for Aaron, and he has a flush draw now, meaning the ace of hearts doesn't help Kane. So Kane's just got a few outs to win this pot. The 2 Philly guys both smiling. One's got a lot of chips. One didn't have hardly any, but is about to double up.
Aaron Overton sweating out the river. Here we go. It's an 8. Gives him 2.
You knew it was coming.
Well, he was right about the 8. It came on the river, giving him 2 pair and the pot and the double up.
I said there was an 8 coming. I wasn't sure about the queen. I thought the 8 would just be good enough. Yeah, I only needed the 8.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
All right, Aaron with a king-9 of diamonds is checking it all out. He's going to push all in.
Count, please. 2.15.
But Kane behind him with a king-jack.
Yeah, it's going to cost him $2 million more to make the call, Vince. You know, even if you think you have him, could be tight.
Yeah, he's going to lay this down.
He doesn't have the number of chips he had a minute ago because he just doubled up this guy, Darren Elias, and Darren has picked up an ace-10. He also has the best hand.
Yeah, so he can afford it.
But do you want to give this guy $2 million more in chips? Tough decision for Darren here. Very borderline, Vince, as to what to do here. The guy hadn't played many hands. He's been playing pretty tight. Just doubled up when he had to. Didn't really have to do it this time. And Darren opts to give it up, so he lays down the best hand.
Yeah, now Jose, let's take a look at his cards. Does he have anything to stick around with? No. Horrible looking 9 deuce. So he's going to go out, and Aaron's going to take back-to-back hands.
Who do you think got a better hand?
Me. You guys don't want to be doubling me up to $4 million, I'll tell you right now.
That's what I was thinking, man.
You don't want to double me up to $4
cocky.
million.
Can't dub the Redwood.
He's on a little rush. He deserves it. He was stale for a long time. What a battle we're seeing in the Borgata Poker Open. 4 players remain, Mike.
Darren Elias out in front, 17.5 million. Kane, 15.2 million. Aaron and Jose still on short stacks.
Action on Darren. He's from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. 27 years old. We've seen him a couple times at a final table, never taken down a championship. And he'll raise with his ace-9 to 425.
Over to Jose.
Detroit, Jack deuce of clubs. He's folded the hand. And now Aaron, who has a Jack 10.
And he finally picked up a couple small pots and just doesn't want to jeopardize those chips now with this hand, so he gets out. And Kane Kalas looks down at the king 3 of clubs. Likes to see flops, likes to play pots. And once again, the 2 young guys, the 2 chip leaders, going to play another pot.
Ace-9 versus king 3, and the flop is a 8-7-4, but there's 2 clubs out there.
Well, Kane checks the flush draw.
He's got a 4 flush. Darren with just ace-high now.
Yep, going to make the continuation bet, 500,000.
Kane Kalas spent some time in Costa Rica for a few years playing online poker. Did quite well, he said. He's a great opera singer, classically trained, great poker player.
Well, Vince, we know he's playing the pot. Just a question if he's going to call or check raise here.
Well, he's got a 4 flush. Well, he is going to raise his mic. 1.6 million back on Darren.
I just don't see Darren getting cute with this hand. Caught no part of that flop. Got check raised.
Now Darren with just an ace-9. He sees the jig is up. He's going to lay down this hand. Kane going to steal it before he has to hit a club.
Well, Vince, as talented as Kane is on the green felt and off it, I'm still maybe most impressed. The guy bowled 299 once.
All right, 4 players battling for the championship here at Borgata. These 4 guys are, let's go to it, Jose Serratos. Gonna lay down his 9-6. Aaron Overton with an ace-10. Finally getting a decent hand.
We've got 2 big stacks and 2 short stacks here. Aaron's one of the short stacks.
All in.
Oh.
And he's going all in with the ace-10 on the button.
Yep. Gonna push Kane out.
Well, I like this play. He's only got 11 big blinds. Might as well ship it.
Yeah, Darren with a nothing hand, so there you go, Aaron.
And he does so. The red-headed Ginja Ninja taking down that pot and happy to get it.
Yes, now you know what ginger means. It's like a redhead, ginger head person.
Now, who's the great snowboarder that's a redhead?
Carrot Top?
Because this guy, Sean White I'm talking about, is a phenomenal snowboarder. Well, this guy's a great snowboarder himself.
Yes, yes he is. He's a daredevil, great poker player. He plays mostly here at Borgata. And let's see if he gets on a roll. He's going to quickly fold this hand. Kane Kalas is going to take a breather as well.
So it's folded around to Darren Elias in the small blind. He's got the ace-8 offsuit up against the short stack out of the 4.
All in.
So he says all in, but he's just covering his opponent, who happens to be Jose. And Jose looks down at the 9-deuce, defenseless against the all-in bet. So Darren Elias taking down that pot. Darren Elias, second time he's been at the Borgata Poker Open final table. Looking to take down his first WPT title tonight. So action continues here. These are the 4 remaining players out of 1,226 starters.
Kane is going to fold it. And now Darren Elias. He's the chip leader. He has ace-9 of diamonds.
Yeah, certainly going to raise on the button here.
Yes, he does. Makes it 400. The min raise into Jose Serratos. He's got ace-10 of clubs.
Well, Vince is on the short stack. Just can't imagine he won't ship it with this hand. He's done it. He's gone all in.
Aaron behind him will fold, and Darren with the insta call. Darren not in a good place. Ace-9 dominated right now by Jose with Ace-10.
So great opportunity for Jose to double up here, get back in the thick of things. Amazing story. Sought investors on the internet for this tournament, Vince. He is thrilled that he has made money for them.
Be nice.
Thrilled he's making money himself as well, I'm sure. But it's just great people who had confidence in this guy and give him an opportunity.
He'd love to double up. Ace-10 versus Ace-9, and a 9 hits! Oh!
Jose Serratos disappointed with that flop. He now needs a Jack-10 or a 6 to take the lead.
Yep, ones to watch. Disappointed after that. But he's a dog at this point, and he knows it. He can feel it. And here comes the turn. He's a jack!
He has made a straight on the turn. He gives a fist pump. He can't lose the pot. All he can do is tie it if a 10 comes off. So he has gone from sad to extremely happy in the turn of a card. Well, you're way up against it, and all of a sudden you're free rolling for the win.
Queen of Hearts on the river, so good for Jose.
So just like that, Jose Serratos doubles up. He moves into third chip position.
Way to go, Jose. Mike, this is very exciting.
Well, I wonder if Jose, can you see your name on the Champions Cup?
Showing Darren, the chip leader. Great racquetball player. Third time at the WPT final table, and he will raise with this. Makes it 4:25 to go. Into Jose. Jose this time with just a king-6.
They're going to lay it down. Aaron, the Ginger Ninja, he goes out.
He's frustrated, can't catch cards here tonight. Now Kane, who has caught cards here tonight, but he also plays cards that he has nothing, and he plays them well.
Well, he's got the 9-8 offsuit here, but costing him the minimum to make the call. He does so. And the flop comes 7-5 deuce. Kane with the gut shot, straight draw, checks.
Yeah, Darren not hitting there. Raise before the flop. And he does what most pros do. You bet after whether you hit or not. It looks like a $500,000. Kane Kalas.
Well, Vince, he has not mucked this hand. Now, if you're going to play it, you're certainly not going to call with it. But would he have the moxie to check raise in this spot with no clubs in his hand? Just a gut shot straight. Vince, he is getting out raising chips. He is going to check raise with this hand, and what a perfect time to do it.
He is just betting that Darren has nothing. He's a right with that assumption. He's going to try the bluff.
Over 1.7 million is now the bet. And he put Darren on 2 big cards. That's what he's got. He can't stand the heat. He goes out. What a nice play by Kane Kalas right there.
Well, Kane loving that. It's always nice to steal a pot. He is earning the pots tonight. Yes, he's caught the aces a few times. Yes, he's caught the hands. But this is some talent we are watching here this evening.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Okay, action on the local from Philadelphia, Aaron. Quick fold by him, and now Kane.
Well, Kane with just the Jack-8 offsuit, going to raise it on the button here. Makes it 400,000 to go. Darren folds.
Our ones to watch, Jose.
That's a good start for him. He looks at an ace-5 offsuit.
I'm all in.
Whoa.
Wow, what a nice all-in bet by Jose here. And I say that because he's up against the chip leader, and he just suspects this guy is just making a button raise, doesn't have that strong a hand. Going to try to move him off of it with this all-in bet.
You win.
And it works.
Yeah.
Well done there by Jose.
Fantastic. Loves the World Poker Tour. Says he watches all the episodes, and tonight he is shining.
I just felt like if I had the chance to play these tournaments, that I could make it to a final table. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my investors. That's God honest truth. It's just awesome to be able to reward their confidence in my game with a nice return on investment.
Jose Serratos and his investors going to get a nice payday today. Fourth place pays nearly $260,000. Third, 308. Second, 500. The winner over 843,000. So Vince, this was a wise investment for those people.
All right, four-handed poker continues on to the chip leader Kane Kalas from Philadelphia. This time, King Jack of Spades.
Yeah, makes it 400,000 to go. That's the min raise because blinds are 1 in 200,000.
Darren goes out, and now Jose looks down at, well, he's caught another ace, ace-7.
Well, we saw him move all in with ace-5 offsuit a minute ago. This time opts to fold the ace-7 offsuit. So it's just a matter of feeling, timing. Just didn't want to go with it right there.
And now the daredevil Aaron can't catch cards, so he's going to give that up to Kane. Don't forget, Kane's father was Harry Kalas. What an announcer he was for the Philadelphia Phillies for 38 years.
Well, there you're looking at James Calderaro, WPT champion, sitting with our sixth-place finisher, Ray Qartomy. They are watching to see how this plays out.
And Kane is playing impeccably tonight. This time he's going to get out of the way and folds. Darren, 27-year-old. And you know what? It's amazing. He has over $5 million worldwide earnings.
In online earnings.
That's right.
3? Yeah, 2.9.
Darren this time has a king 5 of clubs. And he's summing up the table, saying how much could this be? Okay, makes it 400,000 to go.
Darren is one cool customer at the table, Vince. Never shows emotion when he wins a pot, when he loses a pot.
Look at this. Jose wants to watch, has a pair of 8s.
Well, you're going to watch his chips go in the pot here,
there he
and that's
goes.
what's happened.
He's pushed with 8s, like you're supposed to do. Aaron doesn't even want to look at the cards anymore. He's so frustrated of not picking up anything.
Well, he wants to look at him and find a hand once, but he doesn't do it.
Yeah, it does, and Darren's going to go out. So our ones to watch, Jose Serratos taking down another pot. Well done for the battle at the Borgata Poker Open. Back down to the felt we go. Total entries, 1,226 entered this event. Down to these 4. Kane with a quick fold.
Action on Darren on the button. Looks down at the deuce 5 of spade. He's been very aggressive thus far at this final table, but here opts to limp in on the button with the deuce 5.
Yep, Jose.
Yeah, a little shocked by that. He hadn't seen that play yet today. He looks down at a queen 8 offsuit, but a lot of money out there. Going to cost him just 100,000 to make the call so far, and he does it. And now will Aaron raise here in this spot? That's the question. He's happy he's going to get to see a flop at the least. He's got the 10-7 of spade.
Not much of a hand.
I think he's happy to see a flop with this hand, Vince, and he is. So we're going to have three-way action.
Okay, here we go to the flop. It is a Jack 3-7, so Aaron taking the lead with 7s.
Now action on Jose. He checks.
Yep.
Now I would bet middle pair in this spot, Vince. I think you're supposed to, just to see where you're at.
Yep, he's getting the money out. And he will make a little plunge. 275,000.
Now Darren knows that he hadn't made any moves all day, and he's got nothing, so he gets out of the way. As does Jose. So Aaron Overton taking down that pot.
Yep.
Happy to get it.
He's got to be happy to get it. This is Aaron's 3rd WPT cash. There's his girlfriend and his brother.
Vince, we know that many poker players have a lot of talent off the field as well. Aaron Overton, a top-notch snowboarder. Kane Kalas, bowl 299 one time. And Darren Elias, a top-notch racquetball player. Terrific.
They do other things other than just play poker, as you can see.
There's more to life than poker.
Yeah. All right, the blinds are up to 125, 250. And now Aaron hoping to get hot here. Ace deuce.
All in.
Well, Aaron moving all in on the button.
I'm gonna account,
But
please.
Kane with the real hand behind him with a pair of jacks. Now he knows he has Darren behind him, so...
Well, he's definitely calling, Vince. It's
Yeah.
just a matter if he's going to raise to try to shut Darren out. But if Darren comes over the top of this call, if he does make it, the jacks won't be any good.
Kane Kalas.
I call.
Just calling. And Darren will look down and a nothing hand goes out. So there you go. They're going to flip up the cards. You got your ace deuce up against a pair of jacks. Two guys from Philly, two locals, two excellent young players.
Well, as the cards lie, Kane about a 70% favorite to win this pot. So Aaron Overton in trouble here. His tournament life on the line. If he doesn't get some help, he'll be our 4th place finisher.
Here it flops.
An ace right in the door. What a flop for the Ginger Ninja. Aaron Overton flopping aces and deuces. Kane has to catch a jack to win the pot, and that's the case. So Kane's a bowler right now. He's looking at the 7-10 split. Can he get it?
Unreal flop. Here comes the turn. Ooh! Flash king. What the heck? So it's the first one's going to count, not the king.
The king will be the next burn card. The king will be the burn card. It will not play in the hand.
Recount.
All right, Kane needs to hit the 7-10 split to knock his man out. Can he do it? Needs a jack. Nothing else will help.
2 outer. We've seen it before, but it's very rare. Must hit a jack to knock out Aaron.
How tilted I would have been if that card was a jack?
Yeah.
7-10 splits are rare too, Vince, but they happen once in a while. Aaron holding his breath. Oh, no! Oh! It is a jack! Unbelievable. Aaron getting knocked out by a 2-outer on the river. Well, we were talking about the 7-10 split, Vince. There it was. The great bowler, Kane Kalas, does it right there to eliminate Aaron Overton from this tournament. Wow. Vince, once you spike the ace on the flop, you've got dreams of having $6 million in chips. Just like that, you're hitting the rail.
It's just a miracle card. He has done it. Kane has knocked out his buddy, Aaron Overton. Aaron will take home some big money and a horrible shocker on the river. He'll take home $259,000. This is incredible. Let's go talk to the man. You got to feel for him.
I definitely wanted to accumulate some chips and try to make a run and win this thing. So I was going to play aggressively there when I had the same chip stack as Jose. I'm extremely happy to make it this far. It's been awesome to be a part of this WPT final table. It's a really cool experience. Pretty sweet. Yeah.
Back to this hand. Kane picking up 7s with the button.
Yep, gonna raise it up here. Makes it 500,000 to go.
Darren with the Doyle Brunson 10 deuce folds the hand, and now it's on to our man Jose. He's got king 9 of hearts. Really charged with this.
Mullen.
There he goes.
Yep, he's doing it, Vince. That hand's worked for him earlier at this final table. Here he gets called, though, and he's in a race situation. The 2 over cards versus the under pair. Jose Serratos must win this pot to stay alive, or he'll be our 3rd place finisher. Vince, if Kane wins this pot, we'll be playing heads up, and Kane Kalas will have broke all 4 players at the table so far. Let's see if he can do it.
Well, you're right. Jose engaged with a kid. This is his dream come true. Can he hit a king of 9 on the flop?
And he's up against the walking sticks. Will they send Jose walking out of here?
Kane with 7s on a rush now after just knocking out Aaron. Here we go with the flop.
Flop 8-6-4. Jose needs to catch a 9 or a king. Everybody holding their breath here.
Here's the turn card, 4th Street. It's a deuce of spades. Also no help for Jose. He's in trouble, Mike.
Jose must catch a king or a 9 to stay alive, or he'll be our 3rd place finisher.
No, he has battled gallantly throughout. A great poker face, 1 appearance, first time ever on the WPT, and now it's coming down to this card. to see if he can survive. Can Jose do it?
Jose, can you see a 9 or a king?
Will there be another massive suck out this evening? River card coming up, it's a queen of spades. Queen on the river, his luck runs out.
Well, Vince, you got to give the guy a lot of credit. He got in this tournament by piecing himself out to investors. They took 60% of him. It's his first WPT event ever. Made it all the way down the final table and survived to third place. What a showing this week by Jose.
Yeah, Jose can play. He picks up 308,000. Gains a great poker reputation. Let's go talk to Jose.
I've dreamt of being here, you know. I walked in here with goosebumps, just seeing the cameras, the final table, the music. I mean, it's just, it's awesome, man. It's surreal, it really is.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Well, the battle about to begin at Borgata. We have two East Coast guys, Darren Elias from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, up against Kane Kalas from Philadelphia. Two young guys battling for this championship tonight to take home close to $845,000.
Yeah, Kane with about a 2-to-1 chip lead over Darren as we start out heads-up play. Action is on Darren. Looks down at a King-8 offsuit.
Lines are 125, 250 with a $25,000 ante. And Darren is going to raise with his King-8. Makes it 625 to go. Kane just a Jack-8.
And Kane is a defender, as we say. He likes to see flops. He's going to make the call. It's King-8 versus Jack-8. And flop comes Queen-9 deuce. 2 diamonds. Kane does have a gut shot straight draw. But he checks, and Darren checks right behind him with the King high. Now an 8 comes off. They both have 2 8s. Darren has him out kicked, as you can see.
Kane's going to check again. Darren also checking.
Well, just doesn't want to get check raised out of this hand.
Okay, and the river card is a 3 of hearts. Doesn't change much. Kane is checked. Darren, though, thinking about putting a bet in.
Well, good time to put a value bet in here, Vince. You hate to get check raised, but you gotta feel like 2 8s are the best hand right now with a king kicker. You think you have the best hand, but if your opponent check raises you, you're very angry at yourself for betting.
On the other hand, if you bet and get called, that's a brilliant value bet.
That's probably what's gonna happen, Vince.
Kane will make this call.
8.
And kickers will play.
So there you go. Just a terrific value bet by Darren Elias to kick things off in the heads-up battle.
Darren Elias, 3rd time at the WPT final table. He's a great racquetball player. You know, we know another great racquetball player that's a poker player is Will Fiala. Quite good.
Yeah, Will the Thrill is very good. We saw him trounce you one time, Vince, when you tried to play him, but I know you were new to that game. I know a little time you might get him, but
I played 3 or 4 times in my life.
But even Will the Thrill, who you know how much he likes to talk, says that Darren is a better racquetball player than he is.
Wow, no, they're both good. All right, on to this hand. Kane with a pair of deuces. It's made it 675 to go. And Darren behind him with an ace-9 of hearts. Does Darren want to force the issue here?
Well, he is going to raise it, as you can see. Raises about 1.2 million. What do you do with 2 deuces now? And you have the kind of hand that you really think you can end the tournament with if you would flop 3 deuces here. But is it worth the risk of 2 million more? You know your opponent's going to bet whatever comes out there. Do you want to chase with 2 deuces? If you don't hit 3 deuces, that's the question. But Kane makes the call. He's willing to gamble here with the Ducks.
Let's see if it'll pay off for him. No, an ace, king, queen. Horrible flop for Kane. Darren hitting his aces.
Well, certain Darren is going to bet here. He knows his opponent doesn't have aces, kings, or queens, or they got re-raised again before the flop. Even if he had ace, king, or ace, queen. So he's going to bet the 2 aces. See what happens. 1.7 million.
And Kane, no theatrics there, mucks his hand very rapidly. And Darren Elias will take down this pot.
Darren Elias cutting into that chip lead.
And that's his wife, Judy Elias, in the stands. She's got to be so proud of him tonight.
Okay, there you see the chip count. Kane Kalas with 20.7 million. Darren Elias with 16.1. Remember, Kane started out with a 2-to-1 chip lead, 24 million to 12. So Darren cutting into that lead and doing it well right now.
All right, play goes to Kane with the button. He's got a pair of deuces again. How do you like that?
Well, the Ducks didn't quack too well for him last time. Let's see how they do here.
I'm not going to slow him down. He will raise. Makes it 675 to go. Darren with an awkward-looking 6-5. Won't compete. He goes out. So Kane going to pick up that pot. Kane, by the way, is an opera singer as well. I mean, he could sing with the best of them. He sang the national anthem many times at the Phillies games.
Yeah.
So he's a talent.
Very talented. Majored in theater and broadcast journalism at the University of Miami. But just wants to follow his father's footsteps and go into sports broadcasting.
This hand, he's got queen 8. He's making it 650 to go. Darren with an ace king behind him.
Well, this is probably going to get raised for sure. Just a powerful hand playing heads-up poker.
And there is the raise.
Does make it 1.75 million. I know Kane likes to see flops, but I'm not sure you can take heat with this kind of hand here, a queen 8 offsuit. At least not this much heat. You just don't want to give your money away against a tough player like this guy.
Yep, and Kane is going to do the right thing, lay down the hand, so Darren taking that one.
So Darren Elias, who came to the heads-up battle as a 2-to-1 chip underdog, closing the gap on the chip leader.
Let's go to the felt.
The chip counts 20 million to 16 million. Kane still out in front, but Darren closing the gap.
Darren Elias with king 4 has made it 750 to go. And Kane Kalas, local poker hero, 25-year-old, is going to call with a jack 7. And they're suited.
So we're going to see a flop here. And flop comes queen 5 deuce, all clubs. No help for Kane. He checks. Darren has the king high flush draw. Now you want to bet this hand, Vince, but you're always fearful if you get check raised. What do you do now? Well, incredibly, Darren almost always makes the right decision as to what to do. He's doing it here. He bets. He's going to win the pot. Darren Elias, 27-year-old poker pro, been one for 10 years. At the University of Redlands, majored in creative writing, started out in math and physics.
I'm just going to play tight passive, if that's okay with you. I was thinking you must be running pretty bad.
He's correct. Kane has not picked up too many hands in the heads-up battle so far. All right, on to the next one.
Well, action on Darren. He's on the button.
And right now, Darren, with the button, looks down at a king 7.
Said king 8 offsuit and raised, king 4 offsuit and raised. Now a king 7 offsuit, and he's going to raise again.
Makes it 750, and Kane has picked up a huge hand. Again, pair of aces, Mike.
Just incredible. The third time we've seen him at this final table. He broke 2 other players with him at this table. He would love to break one more player and put the trophy on his mantle.
Ace is wired. Do you play it sneaky and just call, or do you stick in a little raise here?
Well, there's your answer.
Kane is going to raise to 1.9 million.
Just hoping his opponent's got a strong hand where he'll play back at you. That's not the case here, though. Let's see what Darren does.
King 7 for Darren. I mean, aces are the kind of hand you can win tournaments with. And this is not going to work out. He has chased Darren away. Maybe just a little too much. So, tricky game. Darren's raised to 750 with a queen 8, and now Kane with an ace 3.
And it doesn't raise it, just opts to call here. So we're going to have a flop.
And the flop is an 8-6 deuce.
Very nice flop for Darren there. He's flop top pair. Kane checks. Darren's certainly going to bet top pair here. Yes, reaching for chips. There it is, 800,000. And Kane going to let it go. So Darren Elias, who came to the final heads-up battle as a 2-1 chip underdog, closing the gap on the chip leader.
2 players from back east battling for the championship of Borgata. We're coming back. Stay with us. All right. Kane with 19.8, Darren with 17 million. Action on Kane Kalas, the local poker hero. He's got queen 6 this time. What an opportunity for him here tonight. He's going to raise this to 775.
And Darren Elias with the suited connectors.
Don't know Kane too well, but from what I saw, he seemed very in control, deliberate player for sure, and aggressive.
Darren's nickname is the End Boss. The End Boss has a suited connector, and he splashes in his chips.
And he'd like that name to be changed to the Boss at the end, Vance, with the title.
Flops 9-7-5.
Well, Darren's flop bottom pair. He checks.
Kane with the inside straight draw.
He's also going to check.
Yes, we're going to the turn. And it is a queen. Beautiful for Kane. Hits ladies.
Indeed it is. 3 clubs out there. Neither player has one, of course. Again, Darren checks. But with top pair and a gut shot straight draw, Kane is checking no more. He is going to bet 925,000. His opponent didn't bet the flop, so he didn't think any of that helps him. The question is, did the queen help him? Or does he have 1 club in his hand? And Darren is going to make the call with bottom pair. He's up against top pair.
Yep, he is not convinced. He's behind. Makes this call. Down to the river. Ace doesn't help either player.
Well, neither player going to be happy to see it. Darren's going to check. I guess his Kane checks right behind him here.
Check.
And that's what's happened.
Queen.
5 and a queen. You heard him. Kane going to win the pot with 2 queens and widen his chip lead. Well, Darren trying to figure out what could he have done differently to win that pot. He bet the flop. He could have possibly won, but maybe not. His opponent had a gut shot straight draw. So that's what poker players do, though. They're always trying to think about what they could have done differently to extract more chips or have lost less chips.
On to the next hand. Darren this time with a pretty strong king, queen of hearts.
Yep, he's going to raise it, looks like. Yeah, 750,000 to bet.
Kane has a miserable looking 5-3.
Taking his time with it, but he does opt to fold it, so Darren going to pick up yet another pot.
And sometimes when you have a quality hand like king, queen of hearts, you're hoping to get some action, make something work, but he'll take that pot down. Not a lot of money, but good enough. And there's 2 top players, Scotty Wynn and James Calderaro, WPT champions, sitting on the rail, watching their friends play. I'm impressed by that.
Well, both those guys have had more than their share of success out here in the World Poker Tour, and just stopping by to watch final table action.
Yeah, it's tough to do sometimes when you're knocked out of the tournament. Shows a lot of class.
Well, it shows you the planes aren't leaving until tomorrow morning.
All right, on Kane. He's got queen 4. He's going to raise to 775. Darren with a jack 10 behind him.
And Darren is going to make the call, so we're going to have a flop here. And flop comes 9-8 deuce with 2 diamonds. Darren with the open and straight draw checks. Kane with queen high also checks. Well, now the board pairs nines, but 2 spades, 2 diamonds on the board. Now most players would probably check the Jack-10 again, but Darren reaching for chips. He is going to bet $2.2 million, a healthy bet here.
Just wants to take the pot away right now, and he's doing so.
Bets, I promise you, most players would check in that spot. And chances are we get checked down, he loses the queen high, and then he would chastise himself for not betting. Darren opted to bet, took down the pot. Well done.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Right now, Darren looks down at a Jack-8.
Not that big a hand, but enough to bet $750,000 with.
Kane with a Jack-7.
Now, both these guys staying aggressive, Vince. You see, they're raising with these kind of hands. They're calling raises with them.
And Kane will make this call.
Both players like to see flops and play post-flop. Oh, what a flop for Darren. He's flopped the nuts. The Jack-high straight here.
And Kane with a piece of it, pair of sevens plus a straight draw.
Well, Kane is checked. And Darren is not slow playing his straight. He is hoping his opponent is slow playing something. We'll check raise him here.
Yeah, Darren bets $850 into Kane.
Well, Kane with a pair and a gut shot straight draw. I just can't imagine him getting away from this hand just because of a continuation bet. And he's not. He's going to make the call here. But Kane Kalas in dire straits. Well, a queen comes off. Kane now has the opening straight draw. But all he can do is tie the hand. He cannot win it. Best he can do is tie it. He is checked, and Darren is putting a healthy amount out there, $2.1 million. And he is hoping to get some action. Wow, that's a pretty good lay down there, in my opinion, by Kane Kalas.
He walks away from that. Darren's going to pick that one up. What a battle we have here at Borgata. Right, Kane has raised $800,000 with just a 5-deuce.
And Darren just has a 6-4. Well, you'd like to see flops with this hand, but do you want to put another $500,000 in to see one? There's your answer, yes. So how about that? One guy raises with a 5-deuce, the other one calls with a 6-4, and the flop Jack-8. No help to anybody. Now Darren is going to check. Kane checks right behind him. Surprise, no continuation bet there, Vince. Now the 9 of clubs comes off. Darren still has nothing. Kane now has a flush draw.
Darren's going to check. And Kane Kalas.
He knows that the 5-eye is not good.
Raise before the flop, slow down after the flop. Will he get his guts back and make a bet? All you gotta do is blow on this pot, you'll win it.
You still would hate to bet here. Have your opponent check raise you. And now you scratch your head and say, what did I do there?
There's that too, but he is going to bet, and Darren is going to fold like an accordion.
Yeah, it was a little over $1.3 million bet by Kane. He takes down the pot, so nice bet by him. So Vince, Darren has come close a couple times, very close to taking the chip lead heads-up battle, but just hasn't got over the hump just yet, but still doing very well as he closed a $12 million gap down to about nothing.
Well, things are going to heat up pretty quickly, Mike, because the antes are going up to 50,000. Blinds 200 and 400,000. Getting very expensive.
Yeah, it costs $700,000 to play 2 pots of poker now, and that's if you don't even play the pot.
Darren looks down at a junky little 8-deuce of hearts. That doesn't stop him from raising. He makes it $900,000 to go. Watch and learn, folks.
You just have to admire these guys raising with any two cards on the button.
Kane with an ace-3, gonna make this call. This is how championship poker is played.
And flop comes king 10-9 with 2 hearts. Kane checks the ace high.
Darren's gotta be tickled pink. He's hit a 4 flush after having nothing before the flop. Taking his time. What a good poker face he has. You just have no idea what he has at any time, whether he's strong or weak. Study that. Make a poster of it and put it up on your wall, kids.
Well, he also has composure, Vince. Very good composure at the table, whether he wins a pot or loses a pot. Kane the same way, incidentally. They don't get emotional one way or the other. That's a sign of a great player. Here, Darren is going to make the bet.
Yeah, 1.1, it's going to work. Kane has to say goodnight, at least for this hand.
Well, with that pot, Darren Elias squeezes into the chip lead.
Yes, he does. It's nice to be in front, but they both basically have the same amount. Action's going to Kane.
Well, he looks down at the king deuce offsuit. He's getting out raising chips. Looks like 950,000 the bet.
And now Darren looks at a king 4, nothing special.
Not the kind of hand you're really crazy about. Out of position. Your opponent's raised the pot.
What's he
Darren's
doing?
getting out raising chips and a healthy amount. 2.4 million is the bet now with just a king 4 offsuit by Darren Elias. And Kane looks at his king deuce and just fires it in the muck, but that is a bold play by Darren Elias there, Vince. You just have to not be afraid when you're playing poker.
This is just field poker at its best. Well, right now, Darren Elias with close to 21 million. He's taking the lead from Kane Kalas. 2 back east guys, both young, 25 and 27, with a chance at taking one of the most prestigious titles on our tour, the Borgata Poker Open. Action on Darren. He's got a pair of 4s this time.
Yep, he's going to raise it up, makes it 900,000 to go.
Kane with a decent looking queen 5 of clubs.
And he's going to call the raise and look at a flop.
I have to agree with Tony. These guys are really sparring beautifully together, playing with great feel.
And flop comes ace 10-5. Kane is flop bottom pair. He checks. Darren with the under pair is reaching for betting chips, and he fires 900,000.
Continuation, continuation, continuation for Darren. And once in a while, he hits a nice hand, gets paid off too. But right there, 900 again. But Kane's got a piece of this.
And he's got bottom pair. If his opponent's got any part of the flop, meaning an ace or a 10, he's dead. If he's got no repair, he's dead. But he's going to call. Thinks he might have the best hand, and he does.
And he does. And if his opponent doesn't have one of those top pairs, he's going to slow down.
Now the ace of clubs comes off, so this gives Kane a 4 flush as well as 2 5s. He's going to check. And Darren checking right behind him. Darren thinking if his opponent's got a draw, he's got the best hand anyway with 2 4s. And Darren's going to like to see the 3 come off. It's not going to hurt his 4s any. And it's going to go check, check. And I certainly understand why Darren checked there. Kane is going to be very happy to take the pot with 2 5s.
And that is right. Kane Kalas taking that pot. Crowd is enjoying the Borgata Poker Open right here on the Atlantic City coast. First place prize going to take home close to 845,000.
All right, action's going to be on Darren. Looks down at a king 6 offsuit. Seems like he's had a lot of king 7s, king 4, king deuces. And he's going to raise yet again.
Wow.
Makes it 900,000 to go.
Kane with an ace 4.
I bet he's had a lot of these hands. Ace 3s, ace 4s. When his opponent raised, he's just called. He's done that every time, exactly like this. Many pro players would 3-bet in that spot with the ace high. Kane just wants to see a flop. Flop 10-7-7, no help. Kane's still out in front with the ace high, but checks. Darren checks right behind him. Now a 5 comes off. Action on Kane. Again, he checks. Now will Darren check down the king high, hoping it's the best hand? Or will he fire? Well, Vince, this is what great players do. They fire when in doubt. Darren is betting 1.1 million.
And he is going to chase Kane away. A nice bet by Darren.
So Darren Elias, our chip leader in this heads-up battle. Third time he's made a WPT final table. Is the third time the charm? We shall see. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more exciting action from Borgata right after this.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Certainly anybody's game from here, but it's been a big turnaround since the heads-up battle started when Kane had the 2-1 chip lead.
Don't forget, we started with 1,226 players here at Borgata. It's down to these two young, great players. Let's watch the action. Kane with 10-7.
Yeah, he's going to raise it to 950,000.
Now Darren Elias.
And he's got the ace-4. Let's see if he 3-bets, like we said Kane might possibly have done with some of his hands earlier.
Yeah, you felt that Kane is throwing away a few opportunities to get aggressive.
Well, I know a lot of pros automatically 3-bet when they get ace-high playing heads-up, but Darren just calls as well. So both of these guys opting not to 3-bet with weak aces.
And the flop is an ace, 5-3. Beautiful flop for Darren.
Well, indeed it is. He's got top pair and a straight draw. He checks. And Kane checks right behind him.
Going to the turn, a deuce. How about that? How about a straight for Darren Elias?
Well, that's pretty good.
The bad news is Kane really has nothing. No piece of it, nothing. Perhaps if with a check he could induce a bet by Kane, but Darren looks like he's going to put out a little nibbler.
Well, he's going to eliminate the bluff possibility by Kane by leading out here.
Almost 1-4, so that's a pretty hefty bet. This strategy could backfire, and it does. Kane has to go away. Darren going to take the pot with his straight. And there is Kelly Elias, Darren's mother, and Darren's wife, Judy. Gotta be excited for pride and joy here, Darren.
Darren now has the 4-5 on the button.
And this man, you just never know what he has. He keeps pushing away.
He bets 900,000.
Kane's got a quality hand here. King, queen of clubs. He's saying, finally, I got something I'm proud of. Let's see what I can do with it.
Well, he didn't 3-bet with the ace highs. Now he's going to 3-bet with the king, queen of clubs. Certainly many players would do that. 2.3 million. Now, one thing we've noticed about Darren, he raised with weak hands, but when he gets re-raised, these marginal and weak hands, he just pitches in the muck and moves on. At least that's what he's done so far. See what he does here. And he does. He just gives up what he's got in the pot and moves on to the next hand.
So Kane Kalas going to take that pot. He was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A poker pro who moved to Costa Rica at the age of 22 to play online poker. All right, onward we go. And now the antes are 75,000. Blinds are 250, 500.
Well, Kane is going to be willing to put a lot of money in this pot, that's for sure. Picks up an ace-king. He'd be happy to get it all in pre-flop, I can assure you. He is going to raise it. Looks like it's going to be 1.1 million.
Darren with a king 4, not too bad.
And he's running good. He's got the chip lead. He's in position, but still not that great of a hand to call a raise with.
Well,
but he is going to do it. Playing the rush, Vince.
Yep. Here we go with the flop.
Kane has him dominated right now, but no more.
Yeah, Darren hitting his fours, so it's a 10-7-4 appears.
Yep, Darren checks bottom pair.
Nothing materializing for Kane.
Kane looking like he's going to reach for betting chips here. And a lot of betting chips.
Well, sometimes your hand is so pretty, you say, I got to keep betting this thing. I don't care if I have it or not.
Well, 1.5 million to bet. Now, there's 2.4 million in the pot. Most guys bet like a third size of the pot, a half size of the pot at most. He bet more than that. And I think it's the bet size that's lured Darren into this pot.
Boy, Darren's made a nice call here.
He just figures if he really had something, he'd bet less to want me in the pot.
Turning card is a king, and this could spell big trouble for Kane as he hits kings and 2 pair for Darren. Darren's going to check it.
Yep. Dream card for Darren. He gives his opponent top pair and top kicker, gives him 2 pair. Let's see what plays out here.
Oh, Kane doesn't know what he fell into. He made the bluff continuation bet and then hits, and he must think he's in front.
Well, he doesn't know if his opponent has 1 pair, some kind of drawing hand. But he's going to bet top pair and top kicker, I can assure you of that.
Oh, boy, it's a big bet here. It looks like 3.2 million. And now Darren has his man on strings. A little puppet.
I'm all in. I call.
All in a snap call. Surprising snap call.
Well, it was a snap call. Would the guy move all in if he couldn't beat 1 pair?
Darren way out in front with a 2 pair over Kane Kalas.
Yep, Kane is going to have to catch an ace, a 10, or a 7 to win this pot. Nothing else will do.
A crowd on its feet. The winner's going to take home close to $850,000.
So Darren Elias out in front, has the chip lead. If his hand holds up, he'll be the champion.
The Borgata Championship on the line with 1 card to come.
Kane needs some help. Can he get it?
Let's see the river card. Here we go.
It's a 3. There it is. Darren Elias has done it, Vince. He has come back to take this title. Just a terrific battle, but the cards fell the way of Darren in the heads-up battle.
Amazing final we had. Darren is our champion. First, let's talk to the local Kane Kalas. With a tremendous effort, our runner-up.
There's not much I would have done differently, actually, to be honest. Maybe there were a couple spots I could have taken a 3-bet in the heads-up match where I chose not to. I wasn't getting very good cards in the heads-up match. I'm happy with how I played. I'm happy with kind of focus I brought to the event. I can't really complain.
Let's meet the winner of the Borgata Poker Open from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Darren Elias. Darren, this is the 3rd time at a WPT final table, and obviously the 3rd time was the charm. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's amazing. It's a dream come true.
Well, I know you wanted a WPT title very badly. When you got down to heads-up play, your opponent had about a 2-1 chip lead over you. Did you still have confidence thinking you could come back and take it down?
Yeah, heads-up poker, anything can happen. I just tried to chip away and got a fortunate run out when I had 2 pair.
Well, you're one of the most respected poker players in the world. It's thrilling to see you win a World Poker Tour title. In addition to your $843,000 in cash, you also get a customized set of Monster headphones.
Thank you.
A beautiful Hublot watch.
Thank you.
Your name etched on the WPT Champions Cup, and an entry into the season-ending WPT World Championship right here at Borgata. Congratulations one more time to our champion, Darren Elias.